His vacation.
Good to see y'all.
So good to see everyone.
Scott was down in Alabama.
Arkansas.
Same
One
thing.
of those.
Yep.
Same thing.
Same thing.
Same thing. It's all
Nobody
one-
knows the difference.
One tree, yeah.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh, yeah, I said it.
Oh.
Beg to differ.
Yeah, I think they're a little different, but
Nah.
Yeah.
one's fancy.
No, they're not. What's fancier?
That's a good question.
I like Alabama.
Well, Arkansas is Diamond State Park, so I mean, it's got like this fancy
Yeah.
Well,
jewelry
I've never
store
been to
right there in the
either.
wild.
Yeah, Arkansas's got jewelry.
Yeah, just grown in the wild.
Is Arkansas landlocked?
Yeah.
Well, does Alabama get it just for Gulf Shores?
Well, and this is what before the break, before he came on, and Moon's back too.
Hey,
Hi,
I
Moon.
was talking to Moon like, hey, we're not going away for spring break. Like, so my family, we've decided we're not going to fly anywhere. We're going to do something where we could drive.
Cool.
yeah. He said driving distance.
Driving distance.
So how far is your driving?
I said,
That's
I'll
what
go
I
10
asked.
hours.
Perfect.
I'll do a 10-hour drive.
Perfect for what? For Gulf Shores.
You can hit Gulf Shores or you can go up to Canada, one of the two.
I don't know if
so
you'll make Canada in
Detroit.
10 hours.
Yes.
It's a 9-hour drive. It's perfect.
Yeah.
Spring break in Detroit.
Yeah, let's do it.
No, so what's a good spot? Because I don't want to fly.
If you're asking St. Louis, 9 out of 10 folks are going to go Gulf Shores.
Is
No, they're
Yeah.
gonna
Gulf
say-
Shores? Is Gulf Shores the place?
That's the St. Louis beach, man.
Dude,
I told that to my wife.
it is?
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
I
dude.
feel like it's...
Everybody goes to Gulf
Cardinals.
Shores.
Lots of people are going there now.
Yeah.
I feel like it's... I mean, it's the same thing, but Destin.
Yeah.
Destin.
I feel like Destin, Florida.
Destin's
Every time
another
I'm in
place.
Destin, Florida, dude, it's all St. Louis Cardinal hats in
Yeah,
the water.
let's say if you think that St. Louisans aren't down there, then you owe me $100 for every Cardinals hat you see. I'll be rich.
Okay,
before
so
your
Destin-
vacation's over.
Okay, Destin's the one I hear about a lot. Gulf Shores is the one I hear a lot.
We're down in Florida, Sanibel Island.
Sanibel Island.
Yeah, that's where Jeff always.
Hey, you could also
like to
roll
go.
the dice, see if Biloxi's picked up. Maybe Mississippi has something going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, it's Sanibel, they got all sorts of laws where you can't have nothing on the beach. So if you want to have like a nice steak dinner and look at the water, you can't that's not going to happen.
At Sanibel?
Right? Yeah, they have all these laws where you can't build businesses on the beach.
It's nice.
So it's super chill. That's why people like to live there because
you
it's
know, one of
quiet.
the
It's
things-
not commercial,
One of the things about going on a beach vacation is going to one of those places that you could eat over the water.
and that's where
Sure.
Gulf Shores comes in because they got the hippity doo-dah, whatever. What is that? What is that?
Hippity doo-dah.
Hippity doo-dah.
It's some
got the
silly. It's
octopus.
some silly like woohoo name or something.
Yeah, and
right?
then there's also Jimmy Buffett's sister has it.
It's right on the strip there.
Well, like a Senor Frogs?
Yeah. But
Something
it's
like
like,
that.
but
Carlos and Charlie's.
it's like family version, and it's like the hangout is like the outside part of it. They got a stage, they got trampolines, they got all that crap while you're waiting for your
Yeah,
table.
and they got there's a few of those little spots. I know there's also that cool store. I think it's an octopus or a whale that you can walk into and get all the
Rainforest
you're not-
Cafe.
Build-A-Bear?
Not selling it.
What? No, you got to go. If you do that, well, I'll tell you off air where we're at down there.
Here's where you go. Port St. Louis down in Mississippi. It's in the Gulf.
Is it really
Fort
nice?
St.
Yeah, go
Louis.
leave St. Louis and go to St. Louis.
For real. Port St. Louis, I think, or Gulf of St. Louis.
The Bay. Is that really?
Yeah, like Bay of St. Louis. It's one of those. And it's a little Gulf town. It's got a strip. It's got a bar. You can eat on the beach. You can hang out on the beach. You're like only a couple hour drive from New Orleans. Like,
There you have it.
There you go.
it's
That's
a good
perfect.
time. And
Yes.
it's very chill. Airbnbs.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Take the kids down
Okay,
to French Quarter for the day and just like show them some history there. Take them on a haunted
I don't
tour.
want to do any history.
Wow.
We're going on spring break.
Do like
We ain't
3 days
learning
in New
nothing.
Orleans.
Wait. Yeah, if you go to Gulf Shores, yeah, that's where you go, man.
I feel like
Blue
just-
Angels, you get all that.
Go to Mid-America Airport and look at their nonstop destination, and that's where St. Louis vacations, because those flights are like $100,
Yeah.
and it's
Over at
Destin,
where is that?
Fort
Is that
Walton?
Mascoutah?
yeah.
Yeah,
The
Allegiant.
airport in Mascoutah?
Allegiant flies for like $80.
Yeah.
nonstop. You'll be in Destin, Florida, in like an hour and a half.
Maybe because, we're looking at ticket prices, and ticket prices are outrageous.
Yeah, man.
Like airline tickets are outrageous.
If you drive down to New Orleans and to the Bay of St. Louis, like I'm telling you, you'll drive through Memphis. You could stop at all these different places on the way.
Oh, we ain't stopping.
Oh, you're not stopping.
I mean,
Okay, never
check it
mind.
out.
If you're not stopping and you're willing to drive like a jackass, you can get to Denver in about 11 and a half
No,
hours.
I'm not going to the mountains.
Bummer. Mountains are where it's at.
How dare
brother.
you, Moon?
I'm not going to the mountains.
Come on.
Oh, my
man.
gosh.
I'm not going
That's
to the
where you wanna
mountains.
Go. Take me to the mountains.
We're going south.
Sunday, January 28th. $58 to fly from Belleville to Destin.
Okay, look in March. March like 17th, I
See if they
think.
have March.
Is that where
up.
spring break
I
starts?
think spring break's the 17th of March. Look up ticket
take-
prices.
Let's take a look. Let's take a look in March.
Thank you, Travelocity.
Yeah. That's his new
I'm
nickname.
doing
We're flying back east for the holidays.
His
come
Travelocity
December.
company.
Which is nightmare enough.
It's that I'm not even going to tell you how much.
I don't even want
for
to know.
4 people.
Going to LaGuardia? Where are you going?
We got to go to LaGuardia
Which is a nightmare.
and then spend a couple days in New York, New Jersey, back to LaGuardia, and then fly south to Florida
Good.
for the in-laws.
Oh. That's fun.
Oh yeah,
Like, well,
is
Go
it?
to college.
Is it?
Yeah,
What day in
it's all
March?
Is it?
March
Let's say March
17th.
17th. Is that a Saturday?
It's St. Patrick's Day.
It's St. Patrick's Day. It's a Sunday.
good. As long as your clothes
national
don't go
holiday,
to
It's the
dude.
Cincinnati.
16th.
16th is a Saturday. Let's see what we get. What return do you want?
I don't know.
10 days.
Saturday to Saturday. 10 days.
I don't know. I'm planning your vacation.
Hey,
Saturday
dude.
to Saturday.
We're trying to help you, man.
10 days in Gulf Shores. That's my
Is that too much?
That's my nightmare. Yeah. That's
Wait, what about 10 days? There's other places we're forgetting about, like Omaha. You always talked about how you wanted to see.
How many
Gulf
times?
Shores
How many
seems
times
to be
can you
the place.
parasail? You know, 10 days.
Zero
that's-
times.
Yeah,
that's
but
a
2
lot.
days are travel days. Really, it's 8 days.
Well, not
A
if
little
you're
bit over a
flying.
week. But still travel days. Though,
We're
right?
flying.
Oh, not for
Go
me,
ahead.
baby. I'm out of that.
Rafe,
Let's
what do we
go.
Give me a
Let's
sec
get it
here.
started.
I want to get your round trip. This is a lot of one-way stuff. I want to get this right for you and your family.
It's the
Thank you.
Rizzuto Travel Agency.
Thank you.
Dude, this website's not great.
Not great, huh?
Going to New York
all
and
right.
Florida for Christmas. That's like that's gonna be
Departing
fine, as long as your-
Saturday, 16th March.
As long as your underwear doesn't end up in Texas.
No, what we're going to do is ship our clothes to Florida.
You being serious?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Because we
Why
have
is
to have
that?
literally 2 sets of. We ain't checking anything. We're not checking nothing.
Why? That's free shipping. I mean, or cheaper shipping.
Is it shipping? Is it free shipping?
They're
It's
put-
not because
they're
you
putting it on a
pay now
plane.
for 4 bags.
Yeah, but what? $30 a piece or something like that?
Dude, all I need is my thong bikini and
That's it.
Wow.
well, then buy one down there.
Gouging. $477.
Ticket.
It's $58 if you want to go in January. It's $477.
Book it. Book it right now.
Just get
Don't
it
even
for
tell
him.
your wife. Just
Here's
book
my
it.
credit
Here's your
card.
card. Yeah.
Yeah, of course it's spring break.
Rafe also got himself a ticket so he can go with you guys.
No, in New
I actually
York.
just bought tickets.
In
So
New
I
York,
just-
it could be 3 below
Yeah.
in
yeah.
December, and then we get to Florida. It's they're down near Miami. It's like 85.
What you do is you just leave a little room in that bag, and then you just buy your flowered shirts.
We're going to
when you
be
get down there.
surgical about this. I'm going to ship my cabana wear because I have cabana wear.
Oh, no. What does that mean? Like you have a button-down Hawaiian shirt
Oh yeah,
and
with a lot of
thong
flowers. Oh yeah.
and a grass hat?
Oh yeah.
Party Rizz.
No, I've been hearing the nightmares about checking bags and
What?
losing things and
There have been multiple instances where I have worn shirts. Asked my buddies who live in the cities that I'm going to. Asked my buddies, hey man, if I bring a shirt and you wash it, will you take it? Like, do you donate clothes? I ask them, like, hey, do you donate clothes very often? How about I leave you a shirt, you can wash it and then donate it. That way, I can get rid of some of these undershirts that I have. I sweat in them, play a show in them, whatever, and then I go, here you go, and then I take fewer things home. It's the best. It worked on this last one.
we're literally going to put stuff in a box, ship it to Florida, and clothes will be waiting for us.
Huh.
That's awesome.
I got this all planned out.
Wild.
It's all planned out. Well, our dear Moon over here, who played a show in L.A. over the weekend, was it 2 shows?
There's one show.
1 show in L.A. So the show was on Sunday. That's why you were off yesterday.
Yeah.
So you left Saturday.
Yeah, there were 2 shows, and our band co-headlined the second day.
Okay, so you left Saturday. What time? What time was
I
your
left
flight?
Saturday, I don't know, 9 a.m.
9 a.m. flight
Yeah.
out of Lambert to where?
Well,
Where was your original destination?
my original destination was Orange County. I played in Orange County in this sick valley, like right next to this lake. It was beautiful. Supposed to fly into Orange County. I'm staying in Orange County. I got nothing to do with L.A. on this trip.
Okay, so 9 a.m. flight out of Lambert.
Yeah, I was supposed to go Lambert to Dallas, Dallas to Orange County. and I'm in the
They don't
airport.
fly you far. They don't fly you.
Hell no, man.
No stops.
Oh, man, that's not how punk rock works.
Punk rock is at least one layover.
Guys, we're selling music on Spotify. We're selling
at
music on
least one
Spotify.
layer.
Nobody's
Okay, so you
flying
get to the
direct
airport.
anymore.
What airline?
This was American.
American Airlines. So you get there 9 a.m. Pack and light. It's just you, right?
It's just me. I pack like I usually pack. I got a big, giant, heavy, horrible pedal board that is hard to carry, and one guitar. I'm down to one guitar now, no backups or none of that kind of stuff. So it's like, it's kind of ooh.
Just so people know, pedal board is, if you're looking at the guitarist on stage, it's the little stomping things that they press.
Yeah. I'm doing all the things
to
with my
change your
feet.
guitar tones and all that stuff.
I'm
So-
not just dancing up there. I'm hitting buttons.
For a Goldfinger show, how many different pedals do you use?
That rig is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 8 different pieces on that, including like a wireless unit and some other things. So eight things, and probably like 9 or 10 cables, some
okay,
power
so you custom
things.
build those things,
Yeah,
and you kind of drill those into literally a board,
Yeah,
and they're all set up the way you want it.
and it's in a big steel flight case. I mean, it's
Right, so you could- so you could-
it's a whole thing.
It's a whole thing.
It's a whole thing.
So each guitarist would have their own specific guitar, obviously, they would travel with, and this specific pedal board, which they built themselves, and they're more, comfortable with that instead of renting whatever you got to rent.
yeah, and I kind of have a different rig for each band as well. So it all kind of shifts and changes, but it's very specific, and it's very expensive.
So this is a one-of-a-kind thing. You've gone through great lengths to get it the way you like it.
Yeah, and the guitar that I have is probably worth, I don't know, 15 or 20 grand. It's custom made. It's a one of one that was built for me. It's badass. It's beautiful.
So the pedal board, you have a road case for it, a
Yep.
hard case where you could just, check it. Guitar, hard case, you check it. Now these are your tools. These are the tools to play a show.
Very much so.
And now you are at the airport, and you step up to the kiosk to go get your ticket, and you're checking two items, right? Because you got to
Yes,
carry
sir.
on for your clothes.
Yes, sir.
So you take the little sticker,
Yep, got the sticker.
the long sticker,
right? Hit it.
you sticker it onto the handles, and then you bring it up to the drop point. They weigh it, and then some person from American Airlines takes it, puts it on the conveyor belt, and it's gone. Now it's out of your hands.
Out of
Now
my
you
hands.
have trust. You have trust in the airline system, in the people, the fine people of American Airlines.
Paying all this money for this great system.
It's
Yeah.
an incredible system.
Yeah.
that
That's
you
why
have
you were
trust.
skipping when you ran up to the counter.
In the stickers, I trust.
Precious cargo.
Precious cargo. Is there a fragile sticker on there as well?
There's many fragile stickers.
Many fragile stickers.
Yeah.
So once you hand your luggage over, I mean, it's just a leap of faith.
Yeah, you're at the mercy of whatever kind of day your baggage handler's having.
Yeah. And how many hands is that? And I'm ignorant on this. How many hands does your luggage touch before it enters the airplane, enters the cargo hold of the airplane you're on?
At least 3.
That's a great question.
Because the check-in counter, probably somebody behind the scenes, to the person wheeling it out to the airplane and throwing it in. So
At
probably
least 3 people.
Yeah.
And then there's somebody in a plane stacking it.
Okay, so 4.
Yeah.
At least. 4 that we can understand.
Okay, so your flight is 9 a.m., supposed to be 9 a.m.,
Yeah.
to Dallas and then over to Orange County.
Yeah.
You are then delayed or your flight is changed?
So I was perfectly on time, printed out the things, put stickers on, and I was all good to go. And it says Dallas, Orange County. And then as I'm approaching the thing, I get a ding ding on my watch, and it says, "Hey, your flight has been delayed." And then it says, "Ding ding, hey, your flight has been delayed again." Hey, ding.
Are you still
three
holding
delays.
your luggage at this point? You've already checked it.
No, this is the wild thing is I'm holding my luggage still. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So I had a 20-minute layover. So it was one of those gate-to-gate
tight.
run.
Tight.
And I was like, oh, I'm screwed now. And then the next ding on my watch happens and says, "You've been rebooked." I said, "What?"
What does
Like,
that mean?
I don't know, but I hadn't even got up to the check
yet.
yet. And it says, "You've been rebooked because you've missed your flight."
Oh, so you already missed your connection.
It said like, yeah, I mean, it had expected me to miss the flight due to the delays, blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah. Now, I'm looking around. It's beautiful skies. I'm looking at the weather in Dallas. It's beautiful. Who the hell knows why this flight isn't landing, or is late, whatever. You'll never find that out. So it says, you've been rebooked on this plane, which is totally cool. Everything's fine. So I was like, all right, but that says LAX, so that's a different airport. So now that's going to cost me another $100 in an Uber ride all the way down to Orange County. But
So
I'll handle it.
they're still
I'll
going to
figure
fly
it
you
out.
to Dallas, though. So your Dallas flight has been rebooked.
They rebooked the Dallas flight, right?
Okay, so Lambert to Dallas is fine.
So they scheduled it for me, and all I thought was, man, I should re-tag this because I don't want this going to Orange County.
Right.
It needs to go to LAX.
Yeah.
So I even asked the lady, and I said, hey, man, they rebooked me. Here's the thing, shouldn't I redo this? And she said, oh, yeah, definitely. Let's make sure we would do this, and it'll all be fine because there's plenty of time for this connection. You're 3 hours.
Right.
You're going to be 3 hours
It should be
late
fine.
and in a different city, but whatever. So re-tagged it, then gave it to him, and I was like, all good,
All
man.
good.
Yeah.
Shaka bra. Went on to the gate, waited for the delayed flight. All good. Made it to Dallas. Cool. I got time to kill now instead of this 20-minute run. Found myself some little food there and looked at all the Dallas crap. Man, they have so much cowboy stuff in that airport. And by the way, man, like they got some really good shopping options down there.
I've been there.
They
Dallas,
got-
Fort Worth.
Yeah, they got
That's
some
a
sweet,
big airport.
there's like boutiques and all
place.
sorts
One of the busiest.
Oh,
All right,
man,
so
tell you what.
you trying cowboy hats and boots and stuff like
That's
that.
right.
Big belt buckle's great. You get on your
Awesome.
flight.
Got on my flight. I get to LAX. I'm like right on time. Everything's good. Where's my stuff?
Okay, so now you're at the luggage carousel.
Yeah.
That's right, I said carousel.
Carousel.
Carousel. Because that's how they say it in
Yeah,
LA.
whatever.
That's how they say it. That's how showbiz people
I'll
say
see it
it.
at the carousel.
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 So, and dude, have we all been through this where everybody gets their bags except for you?
Dad's not picking you up today. Yep. It sucks.
Like you go, all right, it's coming out next.
Yeah.
And the whole, the conveyor belt onto the carousel, and everybody's bags are coming out.
People
You're
are
looking
happy.
around. People are happy.
Oh, my bag came
My
out.
bag came out. All right.
I can leave and get on with my life.
Let's go.
And then
And now you're like kind of like you're looking. Are you looking up and
Yeah,
around?
yeah.
Like you're looking. Maybe did I miss it?
I don't have the hopeful perk anymore. Remember the last flight in Montreal? They lost this exact same guitar,
So
and they
you're-
lost Kirk Hammett's guitar. Remember they
I
mixed
remember
mine up
that.
with his.
Yep.
So now the crowd is thinning at the carousel.
Hope is gone.
Yeah.
The line it's thinning, and you still got a little hope. You're still holding out hope that guitar and that pedal board's going to slide down. Yeah. It's going to slide down, and there it is. You're going to be all good. But then you're the final person. You're the last person left, and you say to yourself, I don't think it's coming.
Nothing coming up, Moon. Yeah.
Now, do you have your stub? Like your...
Oh yeah, never leave airports without it. The little tags, you mean the bag tags?
The bag tags.
Yeah, of course I got the bag tags.
So now you go to the lost luggage place. Mm-hmm. And you say, excuse me.
No, in this particular one, everything's under construction right now at LAX, and there was nobody manning the things. Remember in Montreal, the same thing. That guy just ran away, saw a bunch of people coming and needed help, and he took off. There was nobody there. So I was like, oh, you know what? We got to go. We have to get to the show because this was Saturday night. I did have to be down in Orange County on Saturday night for something with this gear. And there's nobody around. I was like, well, you know what? And as the guy who's getting me, who's now an hour extra, 2 hour extra drive to get me, comes up to LAX as he's coming in and like rushing me because he's in some parking thing he can't be in. I get an email, ding on the watch, and says, your bags have been delayed.
Yeah, no kidding.
They might be there in a couple hours. We'll let you know. And I was like, okay, well, we have to go. So got in a car, started heading to Orange County because we were already late for something that we needed to be at. And he's freaking out. Like he's like, dude, what about your stuff? And I'm kind of abnormally calm because this is like the third time it's happened this year. Not with this airline.
Well, at least the airline knew where your stuff was.
They said they knew where it was. They said the email said it had been put on a different flight, which is ridiculous.
How does that happen?
I don't know. I don't get it. But for some reason, it clicked in.
I understand bags; they look the same.
Yeah.
I understand bags look the same, and you go, okay, they're quickly trying to get things on and off. But a guitar,
No, this was deliberate.
a guitar and a pedal board, they're pretty uniquely shaped items.
Yeah. This was delivered. It was checked in Dallas. Like, it was on my flight. It was fine. It made it there. And then they just said, well, hell, you know what? We'll just put this on a different flight.
Wait, so it made it to Dallas?
Yeah, so it said it was checked in Dallas, and then it had like the pending, and then said, well, it'll be there, and we'll put it on. We put it on a
And
different
then it
flight.
went somewhere else?
We'll put it on a different flight. It'll be at LAX later. That's all it said.
So you go to the
Remember, I wasn't even supposed to be in LAX.
Can you carry on a guitar? Because I feel like I see a lot of musicians
Sometimes
on planes.
Sometimes you can. Sometimes they'll really hassle you. I never have, but we'll get there. Because now I have. So.
Well, it's okay. So you get to the show. So you get to
So I get to Orange County.
Orange County.
As I'm approaching Orange County, I've been on. I've now filled out the you didn't deliver my baggage.
Yeah.
Policies, all those forms. I've gone through that. Now I have my confirmation number. Now I have all this kind of stuff. I have all the official stuff, and I'm on the phone with them like, hey, what do I do here? Last time this happened, Alaska Airlines said that they could reimburse me for something that I needed for professional expenses. And I was like, well, what's your policy? Now, when I ask what's your policy, I'm literally on their website. I know their policy. I know it word for word now because I've been reading it while I've been on hold for 25
what's their
minutes.
policy?
Their policy is if they lose something and it's totally their fault, that prevents you from pulling off professional things. Like, let's say a professional golfer or something loses their golf
Bag,
golf clubs and they got a tournament or whatever the heck it is in a couple hours. Like that's a big deal, and they blew it and could cost you money. Now, if I can't play a show, that's going to cost the entire band and crew money.
So what's the policy? So they will pay for it?
So they will pay for a very certain amount, only up for a very certain amount. And it has to be something that can't be rentable and all this. And we went through all the stuff and blah, 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 blah. And they said, well, we can only do this. They definitely couldn't replace a one-of-a-kind guitar.
Yeah.
They can't replace a lot of the electronics or any of that kind of stuff. And so on the way to Orange County, old boy got himself a different guitar.
Wow.
How much would they pay?
$3,800.
Damn.
Okay, so you get
I can get everything I need.
You get a decent guitar and the pedals you need for $3,800.
Well,
So what happens
sometimes.
if they find the other stuff? Do you get to keep that and?
Yes.
Cool.
Wow.
Well, because I couldn't pull off what I was doing on Saturday without what I needed. Now, did I get everything I needed? Definitely not. A lot of that stuff you can't replace. You can't find it.
Like your pedals weren't there either?
No, I only had two. I could only get two of like the 7 things that I needed, but it's all good.
But I'm sure
I made it work.
You made
but
it work.
It was a colossal inconvenience. So
Sure.
like, you know what I mean? Like it sucks. But I was just like, it's all good. But can you imagine had it been something that isn't replaceable in 2 or 3 hours? And by the way, my stuff isn't replaceable, but I can get something that's good enough.
Yeah.
The last time this happened, I had 10 minutes, and I had to get a guitar off the wall, which, by the way, they're not set up. They sound like crap. They got terrible strings on it. And I remember going on stage, and it was one of the worst shows I've ever had. I'm sorry, Seattle.
How do they get you the money?
Oh, I had to buy it, and then you have to submit and fight them
Be
for
reimbursed.
reimbursement.
Well, I was going to say, too, so, like, when you get to L.A. and you have, like, something in mind that you need, like, do you have a guitar guy out there that you call, like, a store that you're like, okay, this is where I need to go, or do you call somebody to set that up for you?
We didn't have any of that time. We didn't because we were already, like, 5 or 6 hours behind because the flights were late, and then I had that hour drive. So it was literally, we pulled into a Guitar Center, and they're like, hey, can I help you? And I was like, yeah, I need 3 packs of strings. I need these cables. Like, they're like, oh, my God, this guy rules.
This is amazing.
Yeah.
Somebody knows what they're doing.
I just got commissioned.
They were so stoked.
All right, so play the show. Did your guitar and pedal board arrive at some point?
Well, that's the funny thing is, I was even talking to the guy. He had this sweet accent too, but I was like, hey, so when can you have my guitar back? And they said, well, sir, it lands at 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. and you can reasonably have it at 8 p.m. And I was like, hey, I'm in a completely different city now, and I'm not going to be here the next day. When just be honest with me. And he goes, oh yeah, dude, it won't be there till like 6 a.m. the next day.
Right.
So it came right before I.
So you got to pick it up on the way back.
I played with it on Sunday night, and then flew right back.
Right.
So
you
You
had to
lost
go
it
back
again.
You had to go back to the airport to get it.
No, they
They drove it. Sometimes they'll drive it.
Yeah, they drove it all the way to Orange County, and I had to make sure that they like put it in the right place, and they delivered it to the hotel, but not in the right place. So it was like everybody's like scrambling to find all this crap.
Well, you came home with an extra guitar.
Yeah, so then now I'm coming home and I got my backpack on my front. I looked ridiculous in the airport. I had a backpack on my front. I had a guitar, this other guitar
with a soft case, right?
Yeah, a soft case backpacking on my back, and then I had another pedal board around my neck like this that was hanging off, and then carrying my.
Look like a coat rack.
Yeah, carrying my pedal board and carrying this guitar. So I did actually carry on that guitar, and that's an interesting experience. Because people look at you funny, and then they get angry when they're like, they wouldn't let me bring my carry-on that was this big, and this idiot's got a guitar on his back.
Yeah. Yeah, well, listen, the good part is you got your original guitar back and your pedal board back.
Yeah, and it's I forgot about that. When it was delivered, they must have taken out my pedal board, and they flipped it over and threw it in backwards, and all the screws, like there's two pedals that were broken. One was totally torn apart and the electronics were stripped, and then the other one is missing screws.
What?
Yeah, dude. Like I don't know what they
checked it.
I don't know what they did, dude. They must have checked it because it had so many cables and electronics in it.
Yeah,
but they literally threw it in backwards, or I mean upside down, and destroyed it.
Was there a TSA tag in there? Like we searched this?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean there always is, but I've never seen them treat it that badly from the inside.
Screw stuff to check to make sure.
Screw this musician
from the inside. Yeah, so
I hate rock and roll.
I hate Goldfinger.
So technically, they broke like 2 or 3 additional things on top of this, which is, I mean, it's wear and tear. It happens, I guess, but
well,
it's all good, man.
I'm glad you got your original guitar back.
Yeah, and this has happened so many times now that I don't even get upset. I just kind of roll.
It's another horror story with another airline.
But that's the norm. Anybody expecting better is an idiot.
As long as they reimburse me and I'm not out $3,000.
What happened recently? Within the past 3 years, it's just been nightmare after nightmare. It's high ticket prices, flight delays, flight cancellations, lost luggage.
I think we're all, and I'm not trying to like do this right now, but I really do think the pandemic, since none of us alive have ever lived through something like that, psychologically damaged everybody on some degree, even if you want to admit it or not.
Oh, yeah.
And that is why people are acting wild, and that is why we are all just expecting, like, everything is weird now, and we just have to.
What am I expecting? I'm expecting okay, if I pay, like, it's costing like $3,500 to fly for the family.
Yeah.
Right.
On the holiday break. What am I expecting? An on-time flight and my luggage to get there. That's all I ask.
Yeah, but you got human beings behind that expectation.
Maybe there's not enough human beings.
Well, and that is, to Lern's point, I think it's a direct result of the pandemic on 3-pronged. One, people are overworking. People's priorities have changed. They're over this 80-hour work week for meager scraps of these corporations. 2, the airlines are trying to make up for a year and a half of zero revenue. And the best way to do that is charge you more money and employ less people to get your bags there.
I will
say, run a skeleton crew of overworked, stressed out people who don't want to be there because they also got out of the pandemic. Were like, my job kind of sucks.
And throw in flight anxiety as it is.
Sure.
Yeah.
And people
it's a recipe
for disaster.
We'll say, man, and Delta, I'm not here to poo on any of the airlines or anything. Delta has like famously broken a ton of my stuff. But this Delta flight on the way back, I mean, as pleasant as the damn plane. I felt
as pleasant as pudding.
The plane was beautiful. It was brand new. Like the experience was good. Like
Big
it's all. It was. The second one was huge. I had to connect in.
Something I don't like about Delta,
Salt Lake City.
Like if I get one of them little two seats on each side of the aisle Delta planes, I feel like if I get a window seat, I feel like I'm leaning. I'm so broad-shouldered. I feel like I'm just like reading the magazine of the person next to me.
I love John Mulaney's Delta song from one of his bits. He's like, because it's Delta Airlines and life's an effing nightmare.
Yeah, they're not good on my gear, but typically. But this one was good, and they had the entertainment systems back. I feel like all the American flights now, the old planes, they don't have any of that stuff.
Well, dude, I feel like I've said this on the air before, but I lost a carry-on one time, which that's hard to do.
Right. Yeah, it's a carry-on. It's supposed to be with you.
Yeah.
It was like a frazzled soccer coach. It was a guy that was there with like 30 kids on the plane, and I got up and I saw a bag that looked a lot like mine, different tag, and I go, and the whole plane emptied out, and I'm like, I think my bag is missing. And then she's like, you should probably just take this one. And I go, no, that's not how it works. So I took it, and I go, and I was like, man, this is really light. And I opened it up, and I'm not kidding you. There was one pair of cargo shorts, 3 soccer coach jerseys, and a whistle. That was all that was in there. And I was like, this guy's this is some frazzled coach. And they got a hold of him, and they'd already taken the hotel shuttle, like 45 minutes away. So he's like, I have to get back. I'm on the shuttle. They won't bring me back. I'm going to drop everyone off at the hotel and cut. So I had to sit and wait for this like frazzled soccer coach to come and bring mine. And my bag was so much heavier. I mean, I'm always pushing like that 48-pound.
Yeah, the limit.
This weighed like 12 ounces. Oh, man. Like, you didn't feel? Do you think somebody snuck in there?
Well, Johnny on the instant feedback reminded me of a story I read this morning about a gentleman was flying from Denver to St. Louis on Frontier, my favorite airline.
Yes.
And I don't know if anybody's ever flown with a firearm, but you're supposed to check your firearm. You know, obviously before you get on the flight, it's supposed to go in a gun safe, and then when you get to your destination, you go to a specific gun safe area to pick up your firearm. I have a lot of friends who do this who travel for like shooting competitions. Mm-hmm. Guy flying from Denver to St. Louis. The guy's gun was on the carousel.
Okay. Wow.
I mean, not loose, but like, not like loose, but in the box. Like in the box, like on the carousel, where anybody could have grabbed it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's
where
wild.
it should have been in the gun safe area.
Everybody's going, is this a test? Is this a test right now?
What if that would have happened to you? Like you open a guitar case and it's a rifle and some guy.
Well, they ask me every time.
There's some SWAT team guy that's getting ready to go on a mission, and he opens up a fender.
You're like, it's an axe, not a gun.
Yeah. I mean, they ask every time. They're like, oh, is this a gun? Unless they play music, they always go, is this a gun? I'm like, nah, man. It's a guitar.
Yeah, because
it is a weapon of
the pedal case could look like a rifle case.
Yeah,
it is a weapon, my brother.
Yeah, a weapon of rock destruction.
But all it shoots is rockin' tunes.
Yeah. Dude, the crazy thing is, so they lost, like, all my gear. That didn't upset me. It's cool. I'm just stoked. I'm going to be with my friends. The festival was huge.
Looked like a good time.
Yeah, Descendants were great. Everybody was so good. It was like an old reunion of bands and crews that I've been playing with for 20-something years. And one thing did upset me. One thing. That night, I'm sleeping in my hotel. And I swear, dude, I keep hearing this. I couldn't sleep for some reason. First of all, this was the night that everybody gets to gain an hour.
Yeah.
And I could not sleep. And then when I did fall asleep, I would hear this boo, 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 this gurgling and a like sloshing. And I'm like, dude, that is like in the room. It is so loud, so vivid. I could hear this sloshing. I'm in the bathtub, it sounds like. And when I got up to take a shower, the bathtub was full.
Weird.
It had filled overnight with soapy, nasty water.
Ew.
So someone's used water from another room has now made its way in, like Dana's bathtub in Ghostbusters 2.
It came up the drain?
Yeah, and it's gurgling, it's doing all sorts of weird stuff. And I was like, yo, by the way, when I got in the room, there was a little bit of water in the tub, and the drain was closed, and I was like, "Oh no!"
You gotta reach your hand in there.
I had to reach my hand in there. I washed my hands for 10 minutes after this thing, so I thought something was going on, and it wouldn't drain. So I had to
Did you put your hand in the bag that you put the remote control in? Because I saw your video about protecting your
I needed that for the remote. So I washed my hands like 1,000 times.
Take the ice bag.
Yeah,
the ice bag.
It was so gross. And then so I was like, "Hey man, can I switch rooms?" And they said, "No, everything's full." There was like 7 symposiums going on at the hotel. And one was dogs, by the way. There must have been a dog symposium because at 2 in the morning there was like 7 dogs fighting in the hallway. Never mind that.
No.
We call maintenance. They fix the tub. The morning, it's now full. Again, it's Ghostbusters 2. The thing is gurgling, doing all this stuff all night. And I had to call maintenance again. I was like, guys, can you please fix this?
Is there a picture of Vigo, the Carpathian, above your head?
Vigo was in. The Scourge of Carpathia was in my bathroom doing this gurgle thing. And he was, trying to get all the ooze to the center point. Anyways, I call maintenance again. They come up. I go out and have breakfast and go do what I have to do. And then when I come back, my AirPods are gone. They stole my AirPods.
Are you kidding me?
I will say, I'm pissed. I'm like,
yeah, because you need
I'm
those.
getting hot thinking about this right now. I am
What
pissed.
the heck?
So All my stuff lost on the airlines. It's cool.
I mean, did you tell the hotel that somebody?
I told the hotel, and they said, no, that didn't happen. I said, oh my gosh. I have very particular, like, I know, I've been traveling for decades.
Are they Apple AirPods?
Yeah.
So don't you have like, you can find them?
Yes, but they turned them off, and once you turn them off or reset them, it said, last seen in Costa Mesa. Last seen in Costa Mesa. It was like the hour that I left. It was pinging on that, and it said, we'll play a sound when it reconnects, but it won't reconnect.
Listen, you gained a guitar, you lost our AirPods.
You had a ghost friend take a bath in your room. Yeah. Kind of cool.
Good trip.
Good trip.
Yeah, that's great.
AirPods for Christmas.
Yeah, that would have made me angry.
Yeah, I was super bummed about that, man.
People are saying, "Hey, Rizz, why don't you take your kids to Disney for spring break?" Oh,
why don't you take his kids to Disney for spring break?
Yeah, you want to take my kids to Disney for spring break? Hell no. Hell no. Oh, can you imagine?
Oh, I can't imagine.
Oh, God. I took them to Disneyland once when we were out in L.A. I thought that would hold them over.
Nope. Got to go to the Kingdom.
Oh, God, we ever going to go to Disney?
Magic Kingdom.
We went on a Disney cruise. Hated it.
I understand.
It's not a place for me. Happiest place on earth, right? Not for this guy.
I have a really hot friend who she just got engaged, and she was out over this last weekend at Disney with all of her hot, single friends. I'm going, what are you guys doing? Go to a beach. They were at Disney. I'm like, what? Go anywhere else and be hot. Disney?
Well,
without kids? No.
I'm not sure who needs to hear this, but Disney theme park workers would really appreciate it if you'd stop pooping in line.
Of course.
Wait, this is a real thing. The Pulitzer Prize winning news site, SFGate, just did a big article on a long-standing rumor that some Disney guests are so desperate to keep their spot in line, they'll resort to relieving themselves right there on the ground.
Because they're wearing diapers? Or they're just crapping themselves?
They're just crapping on the ground.
This almost happened to me in the mall yesterday.
What?
Dude.
I mean, were you online somewhere?
We went to Cheesecake Factory. Told you guys that.
Okay, worth not getting out of line.
And
great bread.
Ate a meal with my fam because my family was in town. I said, I'll take you any nice place you want to go. And my family is as Southern Illinois as it gets. And my brother said, I go, you want to go to the Hill? I could take you to Antonino's.
So
I got
anywhere,
Joyous Deli.
Panettos.
You name it, it's on you, brother. It's
Yeah.
on me. And he goes, you like Cheesecake Factory? And I go, oh, God, could you be any more of a Hoosier, man? Fine, let's go. But we went, and I hadn't been to Cheesecake Factory in a while, and I was like, what's up with all this Egyptian motif? I don't get the connection, but that's neither here nor there. The bathroom was wrecked, dude. Something happened in there.
Like somebody wrecked it or like under construction?
We went in to wash our hands, and like there was a one of those floor fans drying off the floor. Clearly something had happened.
Bad sign.
Yeah.
We ate our meal.
One of the toilets breached.
Yeah, something breached in there. And I was like, oh, I don't really want to use this bathroom, but I did just eat a Cheesecake Factory, and I do need to poop immediately.
Oh, well, right through you, huh?
I go, I'm going to go to
30-page
Macy's.
menu.
So I went to Macy's, and then like it started to become DEFCON level 4 by the time I reached Macy's.
Like my stomach's bubbling.
Yeah, and I was like, all right, I know exactly where the bathroom is in Macy's. It's over in the men's. It's near the Levi's section. I go over there, and the lady, I go, where's your bathroom? It's over here, right? And the lady goes, yeah, but the water main's broken.
Oh, no.
So you can't use it. And I'm like, I'm unlocking. You know when you're getting to things.
I'm at the threshold.
Whatever's in your abdomen, all the locks you have locked are starting to like someone's the vault door is coming open. And I'm like,
You're turtling.
I got down. Yeah, dude.
They call it pushing cotton.
Yes. And it was
Pushing cloth.
Pushing cloth.
Whatever.
Pushing cloth.
And I'm
Rafe's
like-
pushing cloth.
And I literally go, excuse me?
People are going, are you Rafe Williams? As you're like running through.
She goes, "Are
Rafe
you-
Williams.
You radio
Pushing cloth.
personality. Why is your forehead so red? Don't worry about it. So then I go, well, what do I do? And she goes, what do you mean? And I go, I need to use the bathroom. Like, what? Is the whole entire mall out of water? Maybe that's what happened at Cheesecake Factory. And she's like, don't know. Said there was a water main break. And I'm like, how's everyone working here using the bathroom? What's happening?
Right.
So everybody at the Galleria's got to hold it?
What?
So she goes, Nordstrom or California Pizza Kitchen. So then I'm like, all right, I'll go Nordstrom. 'Cause I just want to walk into a
Nordstrom
restaurant. I did
That's at the
bathroom.
other side of the mall, right?
It wasn't that far, but it was, at this point, just getting out of Macy's was a challenge.
Nordstrom is one of the anchor stores.
Some lady came
Great
up
bathrooms.
like I got hot with a perfume squirter or whatever. Cologne. She's like, have you tried? Get out of my face, lady.
You were like Barry Sanders,
Dude, I
stiff
was
arms.
stiff-arming people. I was stiff-arming all the perfume ladies because it's Christmas time and they're coming in hot.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, the new Aqua de Jo. I'm like, I've heard all about it. And they're like, this is Sauvage. And I'm like, get out of here, Johnny Depp. Get away. Go to Nordstrom. Can't find a bathroom in Nordstrom. I think they're too fancy to have a bathroom. Then I started feeling like I didn't belong in there.
Oh, no.
Because it's like Nordstrom's a little bougie.
High-end.
It's a little bougie. You know when all the stuff's like real far apart? You ever go into a store like the displays? There's like 20 feet between each pair of shoes. And I'm like, what's going on in here, dude? It's like an art gallery. This is weird.
They have 3 Levi's hanging up.
Yes. They actually have Levi Strauss's body, like encased in ice.
Displaying the jeans.
Yeah, displaying the jeans. So I was like, all right, well, this isn't working. Walked around Nordstrom. Now I'm at full-on red alert. And I just had to, like, walk into a California pizza kitchen right past the hostess and be like,
Ain't no time. Ain't
Did you
no
act
time
like
for.
you were meeting somebody there so you didn't feel as awkward? Because I've had to do that at California
I
Pizza
did.
Kitchen. Yeah.
I took a fake phone call.
There you go.
Ain't no time for small talk.
I didn't want to have to talk to the hostess and explain what was going on. So
Right.
I just, like, I think I called my voicemail because I'm like, I wanted to be professional.
Like,
I didn't want him to see that,
Oh,
like,
you're at
all
the
my
bar?
apps on the phone would be like, that guy's pooping for sure.
right.
So I called my voicemail and I'm like, yeah, are you in here? Yeah.
Oh, you're at the bar? Okay, great. Right by the bathroom.
Yeah, and
Awesome.
then I just made a beeline.
Derek asked if you had a photo finish.
I did.
What does that mean?
Here's what happened is I got in the California Pizza Kitchen bathroom, and then I tried to flush the toilet. I did a pre-flush just to make sure, and it didn't flush. And
Oh
I was
my
like,
God.
they're getting it. It doesn't matter. At this point, this is where it's happening. And then on the second push, the toilet flushed, and the sense of relief that came over my body was...
Yeah, if it didn't flush, I would have left a 20 on top of the tank. And sorry.
Just left my credit card on the toilet. Been like,
Sorry.
buy yourself something nice.
But this is a real thing at Disney that people they don't want to get out of line.
I get it.
So they've resorted to relieving themselves on the ground. According to the write-up, this is really a true thing, and it happens at Disneyland and Disney World more often than you think. So somebody on Reddit recently said they saw a parent let their kid drop a deuce while standing in line for the ride Star Wars Rise of the Resistance.
Ew.
An employee backed them up in the comments and said there were actually 3 poop-related incidents that day. Just in that one line alone. Kids are not the only ones doing it, though. And it doesn't just happen outside. Another worker at Disney World said there is a specific hallway employees call the poop hall.
Oh, man.
No.
Because it happens so much. It's in the line for the ride Avatar Flight of Passage.
Why are they? Walt Disney has $1 million
We'll look that up.
to be putting little bathrooms next to each ride, so the poop hallway doesn't have to exist. What's wrong with
And
everybody?
what's cool to think about is none of those people are wiping, so you're going to get on that seat next to after them.
Exactly,
It's just a
Scott.
good time.
It's got to
Yeah.
be this, right?
Yeah, poop hall. Look
that's
up the poop hall, Avatar. 2 former Disneyland janitors also talked about this in a 2015 book called Cleaning the Kingdom. There's a whole chapter called Disgusting Things. And they said it's so common, there's a secret code for it now, Code H.
Hot.
Code H used to mean a horse relieved itself on Main Street. Now the H also stands for human.
The human
Man.
released themselves on Main Street. Down
So-
on Main Street.
It's a good song, man.
So what should you do if you're halfway through a 4-hour line and you need to use the bathroom?
Say,
Leave.
excuse me, would you mind holding my place? I'll give you $5. I just need to go crap. Thanks. Like a normal person.
Or I will poop right here.
Or oh my gosh, I'm getting hit with the squirts. I gotta leave. I gotta go.
I'm getting hit with
I'm
the
on a
squirts.
different ride now. I have to go actually use a bathroom like a real human
Splash
being.
Mountain.
Splash Mountain exists down here now. What's wrong with people, Rizz? Why are people pooping in hallways and letting their kids do it?
Because if you're waiting for 4 hours like a sucker,
I hate Walt Disney
But if you
World.
know you're waiting, if you know you're waiting, you got to plan. You got to plan your meals. I hate to be that guy, but like, who knows your body
Hot
better
bag it.
than you?
well, who is what? 4 hours.
Are the
No,
rides
emergency
that
jet.
great? I don't remember.
We did wait 2.5 hours for
Jeez.
what's the dark one?
Space Mountain?
Yeah, Space Mountain.
Are you out of
And
your
there's 2
mind?
of those.
Well, listen, we played House of Blues down the road and down the street, and the next day it was like an improv. Like, oh my gosh, we're this close to Disneyland. Let's just go. So we weren't planning on anything. We had a flight to catch, and everybody talks about Space Mountain, so we had to ride it. What else are we gonna do?
not do it.
We did it, and it was awesome. It was great.
Go home.
It was
Spend 2.5 hours doing something else.
The cool
Nah,
thing
it
with
was-
Space
it was
Mountain, this
wonderful.
is about an hour-long ride, so it's worth your...
The ride is like,
It was like
a
4
minute and a
minutes.
half.
My thing is like Disney's so meticulous about every piece of that park. Like, how have they not figured out that a 4-hour line is probably going to result in some people needing to poop and pee?
Exactly.
Well, they said
put
just
some
they
troughs there.
flag down an employee and go, hey, I need to use the bathroom. They'd rather let you back in line than have to clean up yesterday's lunch.
yeah, man.
I get it with kids.
Yeah, kids can't hold. Yeah, the kids get a pass. I'm not yelling at the kids.
Speaking of relieving yourselves. Oh, yeah. We're talking about this today.
It's Tuesday, you guys. Buckle up.
It's Tuesday.
Log flume.
And I got feelings about this story because an Amazon driver was fired after he was caught peeing in the front yard of a Las Vegas woman's home. The guy was wearing an Amazon vest. He was caught on camera yanking down his pants after climbing out of the Amazon van to drop off a package at a house. Not the woman who caught him on camera's house. So the next door neighbor.
Okay.
So about a minute later, he's seen pulling up his pants after peeing on the side of the neighbor's house. And the homeowner said, I
Wait.
expect dogs to pee outside. I don't expect human beings to pee outside.
Can we clarify?
Sure.
It sounds like he put his pants around his ankles to pee. That is grounds for termination.
Or, maybe, I don't know.
Well, pulling up his pants.
Like, maybe,
Yeah.
buckling back up and maybe, just doing that.
Oh, okay.
I mean, not like down to your ankles, full squat.
No, the
pulling them.
story's making it sound like he's still going full ankle, which is
I don't think it's that.
it's alarming. All right.
So I guess this particular driver does a lot of this because the homeowner said that the side of her house stunk, and she wound up repositioning her security camera in the hopes of catching somebody. Now, the footage didn't capture the delivery driver in the act, but the homeowner claims the evidence is unpeniable.
Wow. Pun it out.
Ah.
Thank you.
He had to, so he had only stopped to make a delivery to the neighbor and shouldn't have been on her property at all. Shortly after, she stepped outside, took a picture of an apparent urine stain in her front yard. She said he peed all over the house and the water hose. So she got him fired. She called Amazon.
Why'd you have to do it on the hose? That's something people have to touch.
But I'm wondering, did he really do it on the hose? Or is this woman just being like, let the guy pee outside?
Yeah, if he's peeing just in the grass,
She
whatever.
got the guy fired. Little Grace.
Maybe she lives somewhere where there wasn't a gas station nearby. I don't know.
These Amazon drivers, and God bless them, I got 2 deliveries before 6 o'clock this morning. My Ring doorbell went off twice.
I was at a golf course a few weeks ago, and I this is broad daylight. This is 10:30 in the morning, and one of the guys that was golfing with us was taking a whiz off to the side. There's 2 women
On the
on the
golf
team.
course?
On the golf
Yeah,
course.
but that's,
That happens all the time.
that happens all the time.
And
okay.
I was at
well,
the-
then
and it's
why can
okay
that happen?
there.
Everybody's
Yeah, yeah.
okay, but then this guy's working and
I'm
he needs
just
to relieve
saying.
himself, and he's doing it hopefully in a right place.
I'm sure somebody's going, where's there somebody that you'd be pissed too. Honestly, no. I wouldn't be.
You're in the grass. You're not peeing on
Go
anything.
ahead, pee on the side of my house. I don't go there.
Yeah,
I
this
saw
weekend,
a deer pee in my yard yesterday, and I wasn't mad.
I see these guys sprinting.
Okay.
Like in my subdivision, I will see the Amazon truck come down, and I will see that door fly open.
Right.
Yeah, man.
And these men and women sprinting,
They got a quota to make.
sprinting. And I'm sure this woman who repositioned her camera, she'd be the first one to bitch that her package didn't get there on time.
Yeah.
Sure.
But I'm totally down for the letting them pee on my neighbors' houses. Doesn't bother me. And then also, this past weekend I was out in the middle of nowhere, down in Arkansas, and right on a lake, and I purposely would skip the toilet, just go pee in the yard. It's like,
Yeah.
this is the best.
Tim does that too from
It's the
time to time.
greatest,
He likes to
man.
whiz outside. Like, okay.
It's
It's
fun.
important. You
Sometimes
have
when I
to.
let my dogs out, if
It's also a crime.
I'll
in
just
certain
pee with 'em.
scenarios.
nighttime I get home, I have to pee, but I get home and the dogs are like,
They got to go.
they're going crazy as soon as I get home. I go right past the bathroom, out the back door, and I go, let's do it, boys. Boy party outside, and we're all peeing everywhere. Victimless crime. It's my yard.
Right. I used to have
Weed
a
eating.
hoarder neighbor who, Tom, who I loved.
No hands.
He'd let his dogs out too. He had these 3 really vicious dogs, and He'd let him out. I mean, 5 in the afternoon, boom, I'm doing dishes, looking out my window. There's Tom whizzing in his yard. I never saw his Johnson or anything, thank God. But I was like, well, there he is, my buddy. I guess it's everyone's preference. This person sounds like she's got a real stick up her butt.
What's the...
Well, and the whole thing is, if this was a chronic problem...
Yeah. If he was doing it every delivery,
right,
then it might feel personal.
Just doing a Gatorade bottle like the rest of us in the truck. You know
exactly. That's
Yeah,
what
but
I'm
then
talking
people
about.
complain about that.
Well, listen, I know.
But to go for the guy's job and then to be proud.
Right.
But then to be proud.
You done that? Gatorade bottle or Snapple
course.
bottle? Yeah.
I mean, it's not preferable.
I've never done that because it's harder for women to do that. And I'm very envious of you men peeing in bottles
But
as you're driving
the
places.
first instinct is to go for this man should be fired. And then to be proud of it. And to be like, oh, yes, and I got him fired.
That's the world we live in, man.
Dude, we have
Good for you.
in one of our old DVDs when we were doing the second record, I was doing like marathon vocal sessions for hours and hours and hours at a time. And it was so obnoxious to have to stop a session. And like when you're singing that much, you're like downing water just to like smooth the vocals and everything. And it was so obnoxious to have to stop and go out and go upstairs and find the bathroom and all that kind of stuff. So it was like, I got all these water bottles around. I probably filled 200 water bottles. I'm not kidding. Worth a pee. It became like a joke.
You can make album art with that.
We
all the bottles.
Yeah, dude. I was stacking them in the corner. And, by the time, like, I was, a couple bottles in, I was peeing clear. So all the bottles look like water. So, like, I had
It was like an
this,
ombre.
Yeah, so I had this, like, section of, like, guys, this is pee corner. Don't touch that. And I think it's in the DVD, like, where you can see just, like, bottles on the floor. And it's all,
If you're on the side of the house, if you're on the side, I'm going to be honest, too. I now have some neighbors that have little signs on their side lawn saying, don't have your dog pee or poop on the side lawn.
Yeah. Yeah, because dogs can read. Great.
On the side lawn, I thought we established that that's common ground.
It's not. They're being dicks.
Oh.
Yeah.
If a dog pees on my side lawn, I don't care. I don't care.
Again, Tom, who whizzed in his backyard, my old neighbor, his dogs were mean to me, and then they would come over and purposefully pee on my potted plants. And I still loved them, and I was like, all right, man, I'll just spray this down, I guess. Thank God it wasn't anything edible.
It will kill him. Remember I was telling you about my my Chihuahua, the Boo, little dude? He had one spot in the yard, only one spot that he would pee. And he would always go out there, and that killed his ass. We had a yellow spot this big.
Yeah, and female dogs.
For years.
Female dogs are notorious for making spots in lawns. So I got 2 female dogs, 2 bitches.
2 bitches.
Mm-hmm. And because they pee in a concentrated spot. They always pee in a concentrated spot, not like a guy dog.
Yeah, it's
they
peeing on
lift their
everything.
legs, they just pee everywhere.
Yep, my yard is destroyed because of that.
So the 2 dogs just, when they squat down to pee.
Dude, yesterday, Clover, I'm real proud of her because, we got mole holes all over our backyard. And, man, she is such a dominant little beast. And she dug a little hole on the mole hole and peed a huge, just vat of it. And really just showed that mole who's boss in the yard yesterday. I was very happy for her.
Well, I just feel bad this Amazon driver got canned.
Yeah.
And I know, with the holidays coming up, these men and women are going to be working their asses off. And they're going to be sprinting. And you know what? Let him pee on the side of your house. Next time Amazon driver, if I see him, I'm going to say, hey, you're welcome to pee on the side of my house.
Put a sign in your yard. Amazon drivers, you can be here.
Put out an Amazon driver piss jug on your porch,
That's a great idea.
Yeah,
Why
instead of a
not?
snack.
Instead of a tip, like some people put out snacks, put out a few Ritz cheese and cracker bite size and a piss
urinal.
jug.
Yeah.
Prairie Farms piss jug.
Here's some rolled golds and
Yeah.
And here's a Snapple bottle.
a 2
Peach iced tea.
God, just make sure nobody's seeing you.
Yeah.
Go behind a bush. I don't care. Only number 1, though. No number 2s.
Oh, no number
No
twos.
number 2s.
No
Come on.
poo
No number
hallway.
2s.
Why?
No number
Fertilizer.
2s.
Fertilizer.
Let's just have this compromise.
No number 2s.
So many rules.
Number 1's okay. Number 2.
What about
Number
3?
2's right at. No number. Oh, definitely not number 3. Definitely not number 3. Here's another thing. Okay, this one. A custodian's job, especially at a school. God bless. God bless a custodian at a school. Because the things I'm sure they're seeing in bathrooms, they're the people that get the sawdust out when somebody throws up. The custodian's job at a school is never done. And custodial work can get very dirty. But one South Jersey school employee performed a series of, quote, lewd and harmful acts that were not part of the job description. This guy who is a school custodian at a South Jersey school, Upper Deerfield Township, shared videos of himself, quote, performing sexual acts with inanimate objects. He also contaminated food and cafeteria utensils with saliva, urine, feces, and bleach.
Golly.
And this guy is in some big trouble, including second-degree official misconduct. He's in jail pending a detention hearing. Just the stuff that he did in this school. I have a list of things he did.
Oh, no. Never good when there's a list.
No, and he filmed all this stuff.
Oh.
He filmed all this stuff and put it online.
Oh.
After reviewing this guy's posts and videos, police found he performed the following acts on school grounds. Are you ready?
Let's hear him.
Here we go. Number 1, wiping his penis, testicles, and anus with slices of bread and various utensils and items around the school.
What?
Huh?
And putting them back?
Yeah.
What?
God.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah.
Man.
Oh, yeah.
This is.
Here's what I hate most about
I'm
this.
not leaving my house anymore.
This is.
That's the first thing on the list.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I know this is not heading to a very happy
Oh,
place.
God.
But he's got a great resume for being a delivery driver, so this is good.
This is great.
Spitting on the bread and putting it back in the container to be served later to school children. Joeing and urinating on pillows and kitchen bowls.
No.
Pillows.
Leave the pillows out of
How's
this.
there a pillow
Yeah,
in
what-
school?
Maybe
Oh,
kindergarten?
you haven't been in a school.
Like the
now
kindergarten cots?
every class has got couches.
Cute.
What?
And this is the reading nook. This is where the kids go and they sit on the couch.
Oh,
and
you
lean back
guys,
chair.
let them have their couches and their
I'm
pillows.
just
Life
telling
gets
you.
harder as
He
you
asked.
go.
Hey, don't you guys. No, you guys.
He
Not
asked.
mine. Not mine.
Yeah, I just asked.
Oh,
Jeez.
you went there.
In my day,
I need a pillow to scream into right now.
Here's
we sat
one
on
that's a
tree
little wet.
stumps.
Yeah.
I got a wet pillow here you can use.
Oh,
Daddy's
wet
screaming
pillow.
Oh, God.
Oh, let's go back to the
Spraying
bread.
bleach into a cucumber container that was later served to kids. I mean, obviously, this is dangerous stuff.
Right.
Wow. That's attempted murder.
Well, yeah, this guy's going to jail for a long time.
And you said he filmed himself doing it.
Yeah, and then put the videos online.
For what? Like fetish stuff?
I guess he was on this, the dark web or some certain website that shouldn't be accessible to anybody except people that are into doing this kind of stuff.
Man.
Was
And
it
he
like
was
for
found out.
payment?
What city was this?
This is in Upper Deerfield Township, New Jersey. This guy's 25 years old.
Oh, it's okay.
So the investigation began after the school received multiple anonymous tips about disturbing videos in a group chat on Telegram, an encrypted text messaging app.
Like, granted, like culture and movies and all that kind of stuff, like probably shaped my thought here. But are you guys? Isn't anybody else surprised that 25 was the age? Like, I got like a guy in his like late 50s.
Oh, you
Yeah,
got an
me
old
too.
person?
I thought it
Yeah,
was
I did
sure,
too.
dude.
You got an old
Yeah.
person?
Yeah,
My biases was taking me to old.
Yeah.
yeah. It's
You're right.
25. Like, that's a surprise.
He's an old soul. That's what it is.
That's
Oh
it.
my gosh.
He's got sweet.
I mean, the whole wiping his penis, testicles, and anus with slices of bread and various utensils and items around the school, just that also is.
These poor
That's a
kids.
Like,
start.
I'm imagining that happening. Stapler.
Bleaching the cucumbers.
Yeah.
Mrs. Watson Stapler.
Well, here are some parents and kids talking about it. There we go.
I covered my mouth and started crying. I had no words. I mean, what can you say to a situation where somebody was doing those disgusting things in the school where your child's supposed to be safe?
It made me feel disgusted
Yeah.
and weirded out.
I hear
Like
you.
that was just nasty.
That's bodily fluids. That could make my child. That could kill my
Yeah,
child.
that's some bodily fluids.
Yeah, and I
Sweet kid.
there's a lot of kids bringing their lunch to school for the rest of their life.
Yep.
I don't blame him.
Man.
I mean, I can't even imagine having kids right now. All you guys got, except for Scott and I. But like, I mean, aren't you just worried nonstop?
Am I worried that at my kid's school, a custodian is wiping his anus on things?
Are you? You are
Now I am.
The answer is like every parent is concerned at every minute about everything. You just have to play the stats and prioritize.
Chances are this is not going to happen to my kids.
Yeah, and typically, you're not prioritizing.
But they will be bringing their lunch to school
This.
in the next couple weeks.
Forever.
I'm just having flashbacks to like a tray sitting in front of me with chicken toast cups.
Yep.
And I'm like, man. Are they wiping their ass on my chicken toast cups?
Yeah, what do they do that rectangular pizza?
Them ladies was angry.
What happened with these green beans before they got
I
here?
had old school lunch ladies, dude. They had no chill.
Yeah, Mrs. Jenkins. Shout out.
But they could probably be trusted, unlike this 25-year-old
No,
Yeah,
guy.
they took their job
so, yeah.
seriously.
Their tater tots were real.
Yeah, the lunch ladies with the hairnets,
They're like moms and grandmas.
they could be trusted.
Yeah.
Could be.
Yeah, we had a lunch lady that was. You're thinking about like the folks that like helped serve the food. We had a lunch lady that was just the lunch lady that just monitored.
We had that
And
too.
screamed at you.
We called her pencil boobies, Dolores.
All right,
Pencil
Dolores.
boobies.
She just had really. It looked like she had pencils in her shirt because she had really pointy knockers.
Yeah.
Miss Jenkins.
It literally looked like she's had two pencils, like an ink pen in her shirt, and like
What?
you didn't even see that there was no roundness to her boobies. They were like they looked like Madonna's cones underneath there or
Yeah.
something.
Wow.
We just had Miss Jenkins, and I still have the only two words we ever heard her say. They still ring in my head. I can hear her voice, the way that she said it, the way it sounded, and it was 5 minutes every single day. 5 minutes. The 5-minute warning.
Brent, good point. Imagine what he was doing with the Bosco sticks. I don't know.
Oh, gee. And those are so delicious that you don't pass them up on Bosco
Yeah, I
Stick
mean,
Day.
Bosco sticks today. Cool.
Whole new meaning to Wonder Bread.
Oh,
Yeah, I
man.
wonder where it's been.
All right, here's a good palate cleanser before we move on to the next
Oh.
thing. No, this is fine. This is a good one.
Just talked about pee and anal bread, and you're like, good palate cleanser.
No, this is good. No, this is good. So who's the one that said we need a flat earther on the show?
I think that was Rafe.
Like, man, it'd be really cool if one of us really truly believed,
Man, it would be
like
cool.
it was like a truly was into the whole flat Earth theory.
Yeah.
Hey, have you made it past the ice wall? I didn't think so.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah. I'm
Like,
a
do you
man.
really know what these people believe?
No. Well, no, hang on. Can I guess? They think that there is an edge of the earth,
Yeah.
and that if you reach it, you fall off.
Remember, there are
no,
arguments within the there are factions.
There's a
Within the flat
Yeah.
earthers.
It's been going on for enough months now where there are it's segmenting.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay.
And because there's not the edge of the world. There's
There's an ice wall.
the dome. Yeah. The glass
There's the
dome.
ice wall at the edge of the earth that is
Okay.
protected by NASA
Cool.
for
And then
some
there's
reason.
some
Where
that
the
believe
seeds are, right?
continents go beyond there. There's extra continents out there. And that's why we're not allowed to go because they're very advanced and it's a free world.
Well, also,
free
yeah,
energy.
there's the dome theory as well, where it's
Yeah.
like almost like a glass dome that's been placed on top of the earth.
Yeah,
Hunger Games.
Who is
There's
protecting
the
it?
disc theory also.
Who was protecting it prior to 1958?
Good question, man.
Who was what?
Who was protecting the ice wall prior to
Jon
1958?
Snow. I remember
Well, they
that.
sent
Hodor.
Admiral Byrd down there to
right,
investigate,
Hodor.
and he on that exploration, and he came back, had all this stuff about continents and this and that, and then they distracted us because he found out the Earth was flat, and they distracted us by putting us on the moon. That's
The disc theory is that we're a disc and just falling, right?
We're a
But
falling
it's a disc
city.
and not a globe, so it's like it's almost like the flat Earth light. They're saying that like it's not the Earth isn't round, it's not a sphere, it is a disc, almost like a discus you would throw, and that it's like you can travel to both sides because of gravity, but that all these planets are discs and they're not actually
that
spherical.
we're a sphere that's
Okay, what about
squished.
how do we explain the
Pretty much,
sun
yeah.
and how the sun sets and how the sun rises?
Somebody turns that on. There's a remote control, and somebody hits it, and then they just switch.
Again, there's a lot.
What?
Maybe there are different suns.
Maybe it's the sun all at the
Maybe.
same time.
There's a lot of maybe splinters in the
Like maybe there are multiple suns and NASA turns them on and off.
like on Tatooine, like two suns.
More than two suns. You know what? I'm going to play a video, audio from a video that was taken by and this is making the rounds on Twitter. This is a video of comedian Jason Selvig. and he's interviewing a flat earther, and this has been ranking up the hits. Among the many things we all learn from listening to this guy is that there's not one sun. Instead, well, he'll tell you.
If the Earth is flat, where is the sun? It's 93 million miles away?
When you say the sun, there is no the sun. Everybody has their own sun. So there's a different sun for everybody.
What do you mean a different
Everywhere.
sun? I don't understand that. There's a different sun here in Las Vegas than there is in New York?
You're not looking at the same sun there, correct?
So how many suns are there?
As many people who are viewing it.
Every individual person has their own sun?
Correct. Sun's no more than 50 miles away at any given time.
But wait a second.
And
Airplanes
light
go up in the sky.
and that's right. And it's like a rainbow.
How come the sun doesn't get bigger when you're in an airplane?
The closer you move to it, the farther it moves from you. It's like a rainbow. It's not like a burning ball of gas.
What is the sun then?
Cold.
Sun is cold.
Sun is cold.
I believe him.
You know what? I do like the idea of everybody on the planet has their own version of the sun. I think that's really beautiful.
It's just like the.
What's yours like?
It's just like the Charlie Brown Black Cloud, like you know what I mean, or whatever cartoon.
Whatever's following him.
Yeah, like the cloud follows you. So he's saying the sun just stays 50 meters from you.
I love
50 miles.
this.
50
Oh,
miles.
50
Now I feel
50
bad
miles.
about laughing at Mike Shannon for saying, I hope you're looking at the same moon or whatever. You're back home, you see the same
What?
moon I see. Yeah.
But if I look up in the sky, I see one sun. How come I don't see...
Well, it's because our suns are blending, Rizz, because we're best friends. That's what that's
Do
all
our
about.
suns blend
Yeah,
together
we
when
should
we're
get together and blend suns.
Does your sun look
You
more
see
like
the sun coming up, everybody? That's our sun
Yeah.
collectively becoming
does your,
one.
does your
Not my
sun look,
son.
What, Scott?
Does your sun look more like the Sublime Sun tattoo
yeah,
from the
man.
90s?
Oh, yeah,
or is it, what's your version?
Maybe that's why. Mine just has dot scoop, like the little
Mine's got a little
smiley
smiley
face.
face. Yeah.
The Raisin Bran sun.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a nice one.
That's my sun.
I want that one.
Thanks.
Mine's the sun from that the kids show.
Teletubbies?
Teletubbies.
With the baby?
Wait, what?
The tell with the baby in the
that
sun.
one's awesome.
The baby's always
the baby
giggling.
face in the sun.
That's cute.
That one is a good one.
Oh yeah. Look, here's one with the rock in it.
And just so you know, the guy that was interviewed used to wipe his anus on white bread.
Yep. That slaps.
Oh
He
man.
used to be a
Wonder
school
Bread.
custodian in
yeah.
South Jersey.
Oh, man.
Oh man, wouldn't that be kind of neat though?
No, we all have our own sun.
Yeah, I like
I
that.
think
By the
that's
way, if you
beautiful.
watch this video, this guy literally believes that.
Yeah.
Like he is all in on that. It's so matter of fact.
As long as he has no classrooms or he's not part of a government, let him believe he has his own son. To me, it's like that doesn't hurt my heart. That makes me feel good for him.
For him.
For him.
I
It's
think
not for me.
You know what,
but
Lern?
for
I'm
him.
with you on that one.
Yeah, yeah.
Because he seems happy.
I want to
Yeah.
hear more.
He
Yeah, I
looks
wanna
like an
know
old
where
hermit
that
man.
Yeah, that's all good, man.
Interesting.
You got
I've
your
not
own
heard
son,
that theory
buddy.
before.
He's like got a big white bushy beard.
Of course.
He's carrying a walking stick.
He's Father Time.
Well, you saw that. Did you see that video recently? I know it was going around. I forget which group, but it's like a well-known group that's like doing these videos and producing videos to prove that the Earth is flat.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they're associated with that guy with the rocket. Did he pass? Remember the dude that went up in a rocket that was
To go to the sun?
Gonna prove it, and then
he
in
died.
the rocket.
he died.
Oh,
He died
okay.
in the rocket.
I don't remember if I think these groups overlap. Anyway, they're doing all these films and things, and they were doing one, and I think it was live, and they were like, "This is it. This is the experiment." It had to do with light, like going straight, you know.
That was the documentary.
Oh, okay.
Beyond the curve.
And they were holding the thing up, and they go, "Okay, here it goes. It's going to hit here and prove that that's flat." And it said like round theory down here. It would hit there, and it get hit like right perfectly mathematically on the. Obviously that they were wrong and hit and the guy goes, "Oh, that's interesting."
That was the
like-
final scene in that
Oh, okay.
documentary.
It was like on film. They were all in, and they were all in proving.
This will finally prove the Earth is flat. Here we go.
Everything
It was the laser, and dude,
yeah, the laser, and it was.
it was funny and sad at the same time because their whole world was
because I do feel bad. I mean,
their whole world.
here's the thing. I can appreciate anyone's actual like energy being put behind the actual pursuit of knowledge. I really do appreciate that. And listen, man, they're humans, and I know we like to, make fun and all that kind of stuff. But like, I love everybody. I'm trying to love everybody. I'm really trying hard to like, go there and always be there first, right? First and last thought. So I appreciate people like pushing hard and like and trying to and questioning things and trying the pursuit of truth and pursuit of knowledge. I really appreciate it. But when you prove everybody right and yourself wrong, like what does that? Where do we go from here?
But I also love the other part of that. Going back to the conspiracy folks, is that it is interesting. There's no photos of Earth from outside Earth. You know, from the moon or any of that. It's always doctored. Everything is Photoshopped.
What?
I'm sorry,
What are you talking
what?
about right now?
Photoshop?
It's the best.
From
Listen,
1969?
Because
my
there's the
favorite-
blue marble, and that's about it.
My favorite thing.
Where did you go, Scott? Did you just
I'm
just
the
talking-
guy
man,
with the
we're-
big beard. Everybody's got their
You
own
got to
song.
check it out.
Guys, he was just in Arkansas. Let's give him.
I know. Let's
Listen,
give him
my
a minute.
favorite headline for the past couple weeks was Flat Earthers get together. It was Flat Earthers from around the globe get together for
Around
seminar.
the globe.
And that was a real thing.
It's a flat earther's ball.
Flat Earthers around.
All right, let's do this. All right, that's brought to you by Hot Shot Sports Bar and Grill, proud sponsor Team Rizz. Hit up hotshotsnet.com/Team Rizz. From Percy, Illinois, David Burns is our Team Rizz member.
David.
David has been a fan of the Rizz Show for the last 10 years. He's very grateful to the show for helping him get through very hard times. He's always bringing up topics discussed in the show with his friends, and it sometimes leads to arguments, much like it does here on the show. Loves just two of us and all the crazy stories shared during the Friday Fails. Well, thank you, David. David Burns from Percy, Illinois, is our Team Rizz member of the day. Get super sweet Team Rizz member of the day soccer jersey. Get yourself signed up, 1057thepoint.com/Team Rizz. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back with Crap on Celebrities. It is 7:18. Tuesday, traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. The biggest race of 2024 is Sunday, June 2nd. Time to lock in your NASCAR Cup Series tickets now at www.raceway.com. We got a lane closed due to a stalled vehicle, 270 westbound near Missouri 180. There's also delays 270 eastbound between 255 and Gravois. Average speed 25 miles an hour. Your point forecast, we are going for the records today. The record high is 82. But our expected high today is 77, so maybe we'll get close.
Tomorrow, they're saying it's going to be 81.
Take your shirts off.
Can't wait.
Yeah. Right now it's 57 at the Point Studio. Your Point forecast is brought to you by CarX Tire and Auto.
All right, what do we got, Lern?
Your Uncle Doctor is coming back to your tubes. Bets on the sexiest man alive right now. Do we care about who's following who? And the best movies of the early 2000s, we're going to trash this list.
I have no uncles that are doctors. I don't know.
Oh,
what you're
yes, you
saying.
do. And he's coming back for you.
We got that. We got your crappy birthdays. We got the porno birthday. All that and more next in your Crap on Celebrity. Stay there. Come back to the program. Phone number 314-624-3833 or 618-398-3833. The Mick Ultra Studio Cams. 1057thepoint.com/Rizz. The socials at RIZZ Show. Your emails, RizzShow at 1057thepoint.com. So I guess, did we get a message from Joy's Deli yesterday?
So they heard our story about Rafe talking to Robert Trujillo about Joya's, and I guess Metallica ordered, and they posted this really cute video on Instagram, Joya's Deli did, and they tagged
Can you
us in
send
it.
that to me?
Yes.
Can you send that to me, please?
And it's the owner, and he was like so excited, like he, and he was like, I guess they talked about it and Metallica ordered, and so yeah.
That's awesome.
Well, yeah, if you don't know the story. So last week, Lern went down to go interview Robert from Metallica, the bassist. Rafe went and tagged along as Lern's quote-unquote sound guy.
Understudy.
After the interview, Robert and Rafe were talking. Rafe was telling him about a couple great sandwich places in St. Louis, one of them being Joya's.
Game recognized game.
That's right.
And I guess after you left, Robert Trujillo had his people go, get me these sandwiches.
Yeah.
And it was a big order.
And it was a big order for Joya's. So where else did you tell him?
I told him Joya's and Blue City, and gave specific orders there, and then gave honorable mention to Gramophone and.
Yeah, because people at Gramophone
Bulls.
reached out yesterday too.
Sandwich City.
The people at Gramophones reached out yesterday and wrote us a nice email saying, "Hey, we heard you guys talking about us on the show, and we'd love to send you lunch.
That's
Yes,
very
please.
sweet. Yes, always yes.
Yes,
Very
please."
awesome.
Moon went to Gramophone first and turned us on to it.
That's good, man. Late night sandwich, right?
yes.
Yeah.
That is
Yep.
the late night sandwich go-to.
It's a late night food go-to now, man. There's nothing else in the city.
Let me see if I could.
Really?
That's even close. I mean, not at post midnight.
It's just it's one of those where
It's an Instagram.
even if you're totally sober and you're eating it late at night, it almost feels like you're drunk because it tastes so good. You know what I mean? It's one of those where you're like, oh my gosh, this is hitting the spot.
Hang on 1 second, guys. Let me play this because I can't stop these Instagram videos.
Dropped our kids off at school, and I was listening to the Rizz Show at 105.7, and they were talking about Metallica and how they ordered Joyas before the show on Friday. So that's a pretty big deal. We had no idea, according to them.
Well, I had an idea because the invoice came through, and I thought I told you already, but...
Yeah, well, I guess...
Guess we're getting divorced.
I guess we're getting divorced. They're so cute, though. You can hear it in their voice.
Like, I guess I had no idea. She goes, no, I told you.
I told you.
I told you. I told you.
I guess we're live. So didn't have to say that, honey. But anyway, I'm just going to stop recording now.
So, yeah, they messaged us last night, and they're like, hey, we'd love to bring by some sandwiches and just thank you guys for telling Robert Trujillo about us.
Yes.
That's so cool.
Very cool. They'll be here at 9 o'clock.
Dude.
Yes.
Yes, it's the best day ever.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hot salami. Going to be in my belly
Right.
about 9:15. That's good stuff. No, you know,
Sandwich City, baby.
It's a pleasure to promote some of these local establishments.
It is. Worthy.
You realize we got a lot of great sandwich places in town, and
Yeah, man.
you know, it's an honor.
And they loved it. That's, that's what the tour manager was like. They loved it. They said the food was great.
Yeah,
That's even better.
That's even
Yeah.
the
They
better thing.
delivered on the goods.
You talked to Adon at the bowling alley.
Yeah, Don works for their management company.
Right. Yeah.
Who was up in our box on Friday night, and they really did enjoy. They really did enjoy the sandwiches.
Good stuff.
So that's awesome. I'm super glad that happened. Scott, you just recently put your hit song "Margaritaville" up on Spotify, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Which, if you haven't heard it yet, go to Spotify and stream the crap out of it.
King Scott is where it's at.
Do you know how many streams you've gotten? How many plays you've gotten so far?
No, I don't. Not too many on Spotify. I have no clue.
Spotify specifically.
Let me see here. How do you spell it?
You got to make sure it's the right King Scott, too. There's like
Apparently, there's like 2 King Scotts.
What? How dare them?
let's see.
see.
Margaritaville has not reported yet.
Okay.
Do you know if you got 1,000 streams yet?
No, I think it's still under that.
Okay, well,
This.
Hey, by the way, it's rated explicit. Is that on purpose?
Well, it is on purpose. They wouldn't approve it because it has very offensive words in there. One word in particular is booty. And so it had to be marked explicit because it says
because of the word booty?
No
Yes.
way.
Yeah, well.
No way.
Yeah, they wouldn't approve it. It kept getting flagged and dropped, and so I did that. And now it was Apple that was the culprit behind that, thinking the word booty is bad. So
Well, okay, so do you know how many streams on Spotify or how many plays on Spotify you have to have before you can make any money off the song?
No, I do not.
oh no.
Do you know, Moon? How many?
You know,
I haven't.
I'm sure I've heard.
I have a specific number because it changed.
These are not
hope it's
numbers.
3.
These are not numbers that are extremely pleasant.
It just
to
recently
professionals.
changed. So songs on Spotify need to be played 1,000 times before earning money.
Okay.
Like, that's the new thing next year.
Yeah, when you say earning money, it's not like you're actually going to earn money for 1,000.
Before-
1,000
before they
spins
send
gets
you-
nothing.
For earning 1/16 of a penny
Yeah,
per
Before they
play.
send you a cent,
Which is
it
about what you
needs
get.
it needs to be played at least 1,000 times.
Otherwise, it's nothing.
You don't get
costs,
nothing.
it costs you money.
So let's get everyone out there right now to go to Spotify and
Yeah.
type in King Scott's Margaritaville. Let's see if we have any.
So this is
dollars
going to
that
be
makes.
Spotify's changing their royalty model beginning next year, and will only pay out artists for songs that have gotten at least 1,000 spins. And this is
That's great.
this is because of AI, essentially. Sources say the move is designed to, quote, demonetize a population of tracks that today, on average, earn less than 5 cents per month. So this will reportedly allow Spotify to reallocate $40 million from songs that do not meet the threshold to songs that do. They say often these, quote unquote, micropayments aren't even reaching human beings. Aggregators frequently require a minimum level of paid out streaming royalties before they allow indie artists to withdraw the money.
There are so many like micro streams that you're talking about that like, and money just goes. I don't even know where it goes. It goes into the ether. I had to hire somebody, personally hire a separate company, just to figure out admin of where I may have royalties and different things that are scattered all about, and of course that costs me more money. So now I have to give them 20% of anything that they find, but they do find something every single quarter. Yeah, they do find something every single quarter.
Well, they say Spotify had to remove tens of thousands of AI-produced songs from the platform following complaints from major record labels.
Wow.
So, okay, so you got to have 1,000 streams before you can start earning a 16th of a penny on Spotify. So now you know.
That's
good. Man, that's a bummer. But the thing is I don't believe, I hate saying this, but I just don't believe that I don't think those savings are being passed on to artists. I really don't believe that. I didn't hear anything about the payments going up.
Yeah, no, they're going to go back.
Now they're just saying they're not paying.
They're going to go back to the majors that are sweeping and remember they have stock in it. That's how it's.
That's what I'm saying. It's not like they're like, well, we're gonna stop this $40 million aggregated AI money, and we're gonna give that out to confirmed, verified artists. They didn't put that anywhere in the statement.
No,
they were taking money off the table.
Yeah, they said we're going to take a whole bunch of dimes from artists that are barely making any more than a dime. We're going to put it all together and give it to somebody else.
Yeah.
All right, today's November 6th. Back in the day, 79 years ago, 1944, Franklin Delano Roosevelt won an unprecedented fourth term in office, defeating a guy named Thomas E. Dewey. After FDR, they set up the two-term limit for presidents. 61 years ago, 1962, the day after Richard Nixon lost the election for governor of California, he told everyone at a press conference, "You won't have Nixon to kick around anymore." 58 years ago, 1965, the first Pillsbury Doughboy commercial debuted.
Aw.
42 years ago, 1981, Hall & Oates single Private Eyes hit #1. 32 years ago, 1991, Paul Rubens, a.k.a. Pee Wee Herman, pleaded no contest to charges of very indecent exposure. He had been arrested in Sarasota, Florida for exposing his heightened unmentionables in a naughty movie theater.
They threw a very on there.
I threw the very.
Oh, okay. I was like, wow, that's...
I threw the very. That same day, in 1991, Magic Johnson announced he had tested positive for HIV and that he was retiring from basketball. He mounted 3 comebacks and finally ceased mounting tainted basketball groupies.
I named my dog after him because I was like a little kid and like I was really afraid for him. And so I named my puppy Magic.
Magic, after Magic Johnson. 28 years ago, 1995, Alice in Chains released their self-titled third album, which people call Tripod because of the 3-legged dog on the cover. 24 years ago, 1999, Destiny's Child, they released Say My Name. 20 years ago, 2003, Elf hits theaters, and 12 years ago, in 2011, Smokin' Joe Frazier died due to complications from liver cancer at the age of 67. And that's what happened back in the day. All right, time to find out what's going on in the world of music and entertainment with your Crap on Celebrities.
And it's brought to you by Bright House Plumbing. Call the best, flush the rest. BrightHouseCo.com, 636-600-0188. Well, once again, and Rizz, you need to get some sound bites ready to go for this.
All right.
Once again, Dr. Phil is following in Oprah Winfrey's footsteps. The TV therapist is going to return to the airwaves, but this time it will be on his own network.
You can suck this.
In a video announcement, Dr. Phil said, "I'm coming back in prime time on a whole new network that's called Merritt Street Media. It's my new network, and I got some news that I want to share with you all about that. This is actually not my network. This is our network."
What are you doing, you effing little bitch?
This is something that's going to be focused entirely on what's important to you.
Somebody touched my pee-pee.
What you want to talk about, what you want to do, and Dr. Phil is going to be here in prime time.
Here's a good idea. Let's all get drunk.
And so, yes, Dr. Phil Primetime is going to follow the same format as his old show. It will premiere February 26th at 7 o'clock.
You're effing him like a Thanksgiving turkey.
Whoa.
Yes. Yeah. So prepare, everyone.
Oh, I'm ready.
What?
And would it be a great year for Dr. Phil to be the sexiest man alive? People Magazine is going to tell us tonight. Jimmy Kimmel will announce People Magazine's Sexiest Man Alive for 2023 on his show. And I have some fast facts about...
Do you know who last year's
Yes, it was Chris
Sexiest
Evans,
Man
right?
Alive was?
It was Chris Evans, I believe.
Yes.
I follow this religiously.
Really?
Who's it going to be this year, though? Like, who do you think?
Jason Momoa.
I would say, or Kelsey, because he's in the news all the time. Travis.
You know what? That's a good guess, Scott, actually.
It's been a Pedro Pascal kind of year, man.
I could see that as
I
well.
got a feeling.
Yeah.
He is everywhere. He's the new
Dilf. He's the number one Dilf. We found that out
Meme lord.
yesterday.
Yeah.
I feel like it could be Pedro's year, dude.
Well, I'd be
Bet you
cool with
want
any
to
of
put money
that.
on it? You want to
Let's bet on it.
get some action?
Just you betting against him, or we all got to pick?
I say.
Yeah, go.
All right, I'll say Momoa.
I'll say Pedro.
You're doing Momoa, Scott? Or no, you said Travis Kelsey.
Yeah, but I think
No, you said
he's
Kelsey.
not famous enough.
$200.
But yeah.
$200. What?
Man,
Who's hot?
Pascal is a good.
I bet
Yeah,
you.
that's
I'm-
a
all right,
good guess.
No more action.
No more action.
It's going to be Pedro Pascal.
Yeah.
You think?
That's good. That's a good guess.
Travis Kelsey's a good guess too,
Prince
and Jason
Oberon.
Momoa. They could all. I mean, we'll find out tonight.
Here's what I'm willing to wager. Whoever's supposed to take the shot today, which I don't know yet, I'm willing to put up.
It's you
It's
and
you.
no.
It is me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's you.
Damn it.
It's you and no. You're not weaseling out of it.
By one tiebreaker point.
Wow.
I want this tiebreaker explained thoroughly later.
It will be.
Now, actually, I actually understand the tiebreaker.
I do
now,
too.
So.
And we
now
were
that
right.
You're not victim of it. You
No.
understand it.
Our theory
This
was
is for the
correct.
this is for the Rizz Show contest.
Our theory was correct. You start with 100 points, and then you guess the final score of the Monday Night Football match, and however many points off you are
Listen,
from
I don't
that
want to
total.
derail crap on
Okay.
with this junk science. Back to you.
Thank you. The Bear is going to be cooking again. FX in the restaurant drama has been renewed for a third season. Trying to watch it. I've started it. I like it. I just don't
I'm
make
2
time
episodes
for it.
in. It's
Yeah.
good from what I saw.
What
It
is
is
this?
good. The Bear
Bear.
on FX.
That's amazing.
I don't know that one.
It's a really great show.
It's
You look so much like the lead guy, Rafe. It's so funny.
I get that a lot. Yeah.
who the from Shameless.
I didn't never watch that.
Yeah.
The main guy. The
Lip
guy.
from Shameless. I've gotten people tell me that.
What's
before.
his Jeremy?
Jeremy Allen White?
Jeremy?
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah, that's
Random,
him.
random
I see
guess.
it.
Nowhere?
Random guess. He just googled.
Back to Travis Kelsey. Why he won't be the guy. Travis Kelsey has just only recently become a household name.
Yeah, and these last couple of weeks haven't been great.
But it's gone like wildfire. People are loving it and hating it. And women
He's
are
only
around.
recently
on the board.
He's only recently become a household name.
All right, we'll see.
People know Pedro Pascal. People know Aquaman.
Right.
Yeah.
We'll see
We'll see.
tonight. Do we care about this? Some of the biggest celebrity unfollows of the year. Like, I want to know, are people out there looking, like, making lists of what celebrities follow other celebrities and then
Yes,
keeping
these are
track
people with no
every day?
lives.
So if you care about this, like, for instance.
Like, they were like big deals. Like, oh my God, did you hear that Lern is not following King Scott anymore?
Right.
Are you kidding me?
I know.
Like,
I had to
in some
unfollow.
people's shallow worlds,
This
that's
matters.
a huge deal.
Yep.
Well,
we're having a fight.
In case you do care, you're like the one person listening who cares. Sophie Turner unfollowed Priyanka Chopra. Selena Gomez unfollowed both Hadid sisters. And Travis Kelsey's ex-girlfriend unfollowed Britney and Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, no.
So, holy crow, you guys.
What?
The Beatles' new song Now and Then has debuted atop the Billboard's digital song sales and rock digital song sales charts. Across all formats that play the Beatles, Now and Then has been heard now 2.6 million times by 2.6 million people that same day. And it's being streamed 2.3 million times that day that it got released. I guess it was last
Let's be
Friday.
honest, it's an okay song.
It's an okay song, but I watched the Peter Jackson documentary on HBO over the weekend. It's like 12 minutes long.
Yeah, I gotta watch that.
It's really sweet. 'Cause,
I gotta
like,
watch that.
Sean-
The song is okay.
Sean Lennon talks about it'll make you like the song a little bit more.
Yeah, I gotta do that because
Is it
it's
every now and
okay.
then I
It's
just
okay. Quick notes out today. ABC is going to air the Dolly Parton special From the Rhinestones to Rock and Roll. Barbara Streisand's new memoir, My Name is Barbara, publishes today. Jeff Tweedy's book, World Within a Song, is out. Beatles' edition of Little Golden Book biography series is published. And on late night TV, tonight, Matthew Perry, The Life and Legacy will air at 7:30 on VH1. The stand-up special, The Improv 60 and Still Standing, comes to Netflix. This has Craig Robinson, Bert Kreischer, Kevin Nealon, Jeff Dunham, Mark Normand, ton of people in it.
Okay.
And it celebrates the 60th anniversary of the Improv Comedy Club.
Cool.
And again, it's called The Improv. Jimmy Fallon's going to have Brian Cox and Maren Morris on tonight. Jimmy Kimmel will have John Favreau, John Lovett, Rachel Maddow, and Jeff Tweedy will be on Seth Meyers. And then Sarah Silverman is hosting The Daily Show all week. And it's time to trash a list.
Here we go.
The best movies from the 2000s, early 2000s.
Best
all movies.
2000
All movies.
to 2009 or 2010?
It really didn't make a break. Like 2010 below. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, 2010 below. Crud.
Well, you know my pick.
What's
No
it say?
Country for Old Men.
No.
Interstellar.
No
was
Country.
Too new, right?
No, there's your movie's on here, though. The movie you talk about.
Prestige?
The Prestige is number 10.
Inception.
Really?
Inception is not on the top 10.
Whoa.
Interstellar has now become my favorite.
Inception was such a better movie.
My favorite movie, Eternal Sunshine of a Spotless Mind, is number 5.
Are there any comedies
Michelle
on there?
Gondry.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
Was Lebowski
That was 90s.
90s? Okay.
So this is 0 to 10.
The most expensive movie ever made,
One of the Star Wars?
Avatar,
Is that
number
in Star
8.
Wars?
First one.
Star Wars is not on here, but there is another series that is the number 1 spot.
Batman.
Lord
The
of the
children
Rings.
loved. Good guess, not Lord
Harry
of the Rings.
Potter.
Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone is number 1.
Oh, that's the number one. Uh-huh.
Number 1. And
Also,
Prestige is 10. Okay.
Kind of, I watched this movie not too
Dark
long
Knight.
ago. Dark Knight's number 7.
Okay. So Nolan makes 2.
Spirited Away, which we've talked about on this
Oh,
show.
that movie rules.
My niece made me watch that movie. Really cool movie.
Is that about horses?
No, it's about like
No.
gluttony.
You're
like,
thinking of Spirits.
Overconsumption.
Yeah, me too,
That's
dude.
what
I
I
was
thought
like,
it
that
was.
horse movie was top 10? No way.
I
Yo,
think it's Spirit, okay.
Brian Adams did a song with Hans Zimmer on that. It rips.
What about a Meryl Streep iconic role where she's a bitch?
The Devil Wears Prada.
Devil Wears Prada, number 6. This is a Tom Hanks movie, I believe. I've never seen it, but it's really good.
Castaway.
It's about him running away.
Okay.
Forrest Gump.
No.
The one with
Guys, that was
Leonardo.
94.
That's
Leonardo in
90s,
it?
right?
Catch Me If You Can.
Catch Me If You Can.
Yeah.
Slumdog Millionaire came in at number 3.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then
That movie was excellent.
Never saw
number
it.
2, Casino
You never saw that?
Royale.
Oh, you would love
I need to
that.
see that one too.
James Bond movie
James
made it.
Bond movie made it.
Nice.
Casino Royale was good, man. That was a good one.
The Daniel Craig James Bonds were like next level good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
They
killed
kind
it.
of
Excellent.
stopped. They kind of took some corniness out of James Bond and made him a little more sexy, Jason Bourne-ish.
Yeah.
Anybody see that new Indiana Jones? I saw it on the flight back here.
It's not
No.
bad.
It's not bad at all.
fine.
It's not bad at all.
It is what it is.
It had a twist that I wasn't expecting that I can understand people be like, ooh, you know, and there was a character issue here or there, but like for what I was expecting and for what people didn't talk about with it, I thought it was great.
It was a good Indiana
right.
Jones installment. It was above Crystal Skull.
Yeah, for sure.
That's about it. And it was close, I would say, to like close to I don't know, man. Last Crusade was really good.
Last Crusade was great.
Last Crusade
It
was
was
my
it was
favorite.
kind of I liked it.
I thought it was cool
so-
that
it
Jar
was-
Jar Binks returned.
It was good.
Yeah,
It was better than the last installment.
I liked it. So, a celebrity celebrating a birthday today. Lord, the royal singer and many, many more hits, is 27. Bethany Mota, a YouTube fashion expert who finished 4th place on Dancing with the Stars.
I like Lord and many other hits. What other hits?
I don't know. I don't
Lord
have them written
and-
down.
Remember the song Royals?
Yeah.
No,
That's
there,
it.
There was like,
There's like
get out of
Nobody
here.
knows any other songs from
Cardinals.
Royals.
They had a
Her
couple
last
more.
album was kind of cool.
Who sang
Yeah,
Airplanes?
something about Yellow Suns or something.
MIA?
That's MIA. Never mind.
Lord's 27. Bethany
Nobody
Mota's
knows any other
28.
song.
Let's see. Chris McKay from Euphoria. Algie Smith is 29. Adam Devine. Andy
Nice.
from Modern Family. Adam from Workaholics. He's in a whole bunch of stuff. He's 40. Sun from Lost and Karen from Mistresses. Yeonjin Kim is 50. Morgan Spurlock from Super Size Me and other movies that hit pretty well. 53.
Nobody knows Morgan Spurlock other than Super Size Me.
That's not true. He had like 2 or 3 movies after that did
He
well.
actually
But you're just a
collaborated with
hater.
Lord.
Name them.
You're just a hater.
Name them.
Just because I can't name them doesn't mean that they're
Can
not
anybody
hits.
else in this
No,
room name
I don't
any
know.
other thing Morgan Spurlock did?
David Guetta is 56. Mike Henry, that's the voice of Cleveland Brown from
Cleveland
Family
Brown.
Guy. Mike Henry is 58. Christopher Knight.
Oh, pain.
Peter Brady from the Brady Bunch is 66. And Joni Mitchell. Big Yellow Taxi, Help Me, and other
She
hits.
is 82.
Name another
85.
Joni Mitchell hit.
Yeah. She's 80 years old.
Oh, all right.
No.
Today's porno birthday, which is being brought to you by Patricia's, where fun and fantasy meet, is Lily Ty. And today's birthday girl has been in 201 fine films, including Asian Cheerleader Cavity Search 3.
Ooh.
Is that about dentists?
Asian Devastation 2, Assume the Position 1, Bitches in Heat, Carpet Patrol, Dippin' Chocolate 6, Stormy and Her Horny Friends, The Young and the Raunchy, and Who Can Forget a Role, and 2006's Me So Yummy.
Yum.
Lily Ty is 42 years old. That's your porno birthday. Those are your crappy birthdays, and that was your crap on celebrities.
Speaking of porno birthdays.
Yes?
I looked up the Sexiest Man Alive 2023 Readers Poll. And
Yeah.
here are the nine guys'
to
pictures. Who do you guys think it'll be out of these 9?
Okay.
Harry Styles, Keanu Reeves, Ryan Gosling, Mark Consuelos, I think, the guy that Kelly Ripa's husband. Trevor Noah, Jeremy Allen White. Hey, things are looking up for old fat Jeremy over here. Pedro Pascal, Hassan Minaj, and there was a football player on it, but it wasn't Travis Kelce. Who do you think it was?
Mahomes.
No.
No.
Quarterback, though.
Oh, quarterback for the 49ers.
Janine Garofalo.
Garoppolo.
Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow. Well, it won't be Keanu. It won't be Ryan Gosling. They've all made it before.
It won't be
That's what I
Burrow
think,
either.
too.
I think Pascal gets it on that list.
Yep.
I think it's going to be him.
Kind of hands down, right?
Or the Jeremy Allen White guy.
Yeah, he's hot right now. That guy's so hot right
That
now.
guy's so hot right now.
Pedro's hot right now.
Nobody knows that name though.
Jeremy Allen White?
Yeah, unless they're going for a who, unless they're going for the.
Yeah, the Bear Show is pretty big.
They know that
this is
guy's
the first
face.
I've heard of
That's
it.
for damn sure.
At least I think.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back, get to a couple of your emails, and I have Am I the Jerk and some food news. It is 7:52. All right, Am I the Jerk here? Now, I'm not saying it's me. We'll just say this guy's name is Scoot.
Scoot Risotto.
We'll say his name is Scoot Risotto.
Okay.
Okay.
Not saying this is me at all. Okay?
Sounds legit.
We're
Scoot
following.
Risotto is with his wife, and he pulls up to a restaurant to go grab a bite. Packed restaurant. Scoot sees a car with the reverse lights on. Scoot sees this person back out of the spot, and Scoot pulls in. He goes, "Oh, look at this, a spot."
That's
Yeah.
great.
A spot. As Scoot and his wife, lovely wife, I might add,
Gorgeous.
gorgeous. As they're getting out of the car, another car backs up behind Scoot and yells out the window, "We had our blinker on. That was our spot." Scoot says, "What are you talking about?
Oh, no.
What are you talking about? I didn't see you until now."
They didn't see him.
Guy in the other car says he passed the spot, but when he saw the car backing out, he put his blinker on. Scoot says, "Sorry, buddy, you were ahead of the spot. I didn't see you." To which guy in the other car replies, "Maybe I should block you in, you jerk." Scoot just ignores the guy and walks inside. Is Scoot the jerk here?
What is the hot wife doing this whole time? Is she yelling at anybody, or how's she doing?
She's already walked past and has taken herself out of
Has
the
no
situation.
interest in this battle.
Love her for that. Well, I mean, it is squatters' rights. If you got your blinker on, that's your spot.
No,
You
but if
already
you
rolled
pass
past it.
if you go
went
past it, you
the
missed
spot.
it.
Well, first of all, hey,
That's true.
whoa. Speaking of, as a guy who always reverses, I do pass the spot to park into it. Perhaps they were doing that.
The back end.
Just because that's my style doesn't mean it. You
It's
need
a
a
parallel situation.
No, it was a parking spot, right?
It was reading into this a little bit. This was a regular parking lot situation where no other cars were parked facing out.
I don't
This
care
was
what
a-
other people are doing.
this was
That's
a-
not how I live.
Was Scoot traveling in the opposite direction of this person? Like, if there was a space, did they pass the space and pass Scoot, and then Scoot pulled in?
No. Scoot packed parking lot.
Yeah.
Got
Scoot
that.
Risotto
You're behind.
Scoot Risotto.
is cursing. I'm thinking
We weren't there, so we don't know.
threatening to go home.
threatening to go to another place.
Hypothetically.
Screaming never again.
Hypothetically,
Finger in the air.
as his hot wife goes, "Let me manifest a spot for us." And I go, "Oh my God, look, Somebody's got their car, like, I saw the white lights go on.
Scoot said that.
Scoot said that.
Scoot said that.
Scoot said that. Damn it.
Well, it's cool. You can just
You're just
pretend
getting
to
in
be
the
that guy.
story.
Just tell us where you were last night. Okay, where'd this happen at?
Scoot saw the white lights and the car back out. The other car was it was dark. It's like 5. It gets dark at like 4 o'clock now.
I know.
Maybe they're a reverser, man.
Do you think they were going to back in?
You're asking if you were a jerk. I don't
But you
think you're a
said
jerk.
I don't think they were
But
going to
you're
back
not-
in.
you're
The
not the
Scoot
nice guy.
character
Scoot
said he
doesn't
didn't
think.
see the car.
Scoot didn't see the car
I don't understand.
because the car pulled past the spot.
Okay, so you're behind. Can I just say, Scoot is behind the car that has their blinker on, right? You both are going in the same direction, and the car in front of you or Scoot goes away from the car, and then you go in and you parked there last night.
Is that accurate?
And you were at the Brentwood Promenade. Where was this?
Which Applebee's?
Did the car backing out separate Scoot from the car wanting the spot?
Yeah, there was a space now in between. So Scoot stopped before the spot.
Scooter McGavin stopped.
Scooter
Risotto.
Risotto stopped. Car backs out. Scoot then pulls in the spot.
Yeah.
You're this much of a jerk. I mean, it's this big. And
Scoot is.
I'm not going to
Scoot
say
is.
Me?
I'm not. Scoot is.
Mr.
I'm
Risotto.
your as in the grandeur. Only because, I mean, you have to feel this way. Otherwise, Scoot wouldn't be even questioning that person was seeking. They were the first searcher. You understand what I'm saying? Like they kind of earned it.
Scoot didn't see he had his
searcher
blinker on.
number one.
Scoot maybe
First come,
think
first
he's
serve.
lying.
Scoot also knows that they're trying to park.
Scoot didn't have his blinker on either?
Scoot put his blinker on.
Same
Scoot
time.
always
Let me
puts his
ask
blinker
you
on.
this.
Simultaneously. So this is more about placement rather than blinker or calling it.
Scoot didn't see this guy had his blinker on. Scoot thinks this guy's lying.
That's
He's out
not
of
this
blinker
guy's
fluid.
fault.
Hey, how would Scoot feel if the roles were reversed? And that's going to answer your question.
I would say, Scoot would say, he pulled past the spot. It's somebody else's now.
Okay, well then you're not a jerk. It's okay.
Okay.
You pulled past the spot.
But you-
even if you were gonna back in,
somebody's
it
been
is
here searching
known.
longer than you.
Right.
It is a known thing. You don't pull past the spot.
Right.
Can I ask you a hypothetical
is
question,
known.
of Scoot? If we knew what Scoot was driving, was it a Jeep or was it a more subdued vehicle?
Scoot happened to be driving for a Toyota Highlander.
You know a lot about this guy. Wow. That's really interesting.
Because
With how
I'm
many miles?
thinking now
With
I'm
just
feeling,
under 60,000
Now I'm
miles.
more on Scoot's.
Interesting.
I'm more on Scoot's side now.
Happens
Because
to
I
be
think had Scoot been driving, for instance, a giant, let's just say Jeep, I don't know. What kind of Jeep? A Rubicon or something like that?
This happened.
A Wrangler of sorts that maybe the person could be like, oh, it's a Jeep, people are rude.
He doesn't say it in the story here, but I'm assuming that Scoot was driving a 2020 Toyota
Because he would have
Highlander.
mentioned had he been driving.
Okay.
I'm just impressed that your wife walked away. Like, and
Scoot's wife.
I'm sorry. Because normally, I mean, I feel like if Scoot's wife's going to handle any sort of feedback, So I'm impressed.
Yeah.
I don't think Scoot
Hermelia.
is in the wrong, but is a tiny bit of a jerk.
All I'm saying is this is parking karma, and you got to be prepared now, bud, because
Yeah, it's coming back.
it's coming back for you. So
Yep.
the parking gods are looking at you.
Not me, Scoot.
Not this Scoot.
Okay, good. I'm conscious. Scoot's conscious, clear. Thanks for all being on my side. We're Scoot's side. Lern handed out full-size candy bars for Halloween.
Yeah.
Now you are the full-size candy bar house.
Yeah, you're marked.
Forever. You are
That's right.
marked.
The kids were very impressed. All 10 of them.
You are marked. We had comedian Greg Warren in here yesterday, and he's saying his brother hands out, like, not just king-size ones, but, like, clown-size ones.
Yeah.
I love that.
Like, oversized ones.
Oversized.
Where
That
people
is
come to
cool.
his house specifically, and he makes them, like, earn the candy.
They have to do yard
Like,
work.
rake his leaves.
Yeah.
No, he makes them, like, tell them a joke, and if he doesn't know the joke...
Leaf blower. If he knows the punchline, they get the leaf blower instead of the candy.
Yeah, if he knows the punchline of the joke, he turns the leaf blower on them.
Eliminated.
And they get regular candy. But if he doesn't know the punchline, they get like an oversized, giant,
That's
like
cute.
a giant lottery check sized candy bar.
candy bar, which is fun for the kids, and it's all in good fun. And like kids
that's
go to his
expensive.
kids go to his house on purpose
To play the games.
to play the games.
That's great.
This guy went another route. You know, a lot of people complain about prices at the grocery store. So what would you do if your kid's trick-or-treating loot included practical stuff like a dozen eggs or like a pack of bacon?
I like it.
Well, a guy in Massachusetts named Michael Murata handed out rotisserie chickens.
Oh,
Wow.
that's sweet.
Can I get
He
the cash
handed out
equivalent?
rotisserie chickens to trick-or-treaters who stopped by his house. He bought the chicken at Market Basket, which is a grocery chain in the Northeast. He said he offered the kids a full rotisserie chicken or a full-size candy bar.
Huh.
So out of the 20 trick-or-treaters who stopped by his house, how many picked the chicken?
20 trick-or-treaters?
So he gave the kids a choice: full rotisserie chicken in the plastic container,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
like you'd get at Costco or
Right, with the little
Schnucks.
handle.
Okay, you get full-size rotisserie chicken or a full-size candy bar. Of the 20 kids who trick-or-treated at Michael's house, how many took the chicken?
I'm going to say 0.
I say,
going-
I say 10% too.
18
Two.
kids took those.
18
18.
kids.
Yeah.
18 chickens?
What?
You think 18 kids?
Times are tough. Times are tough. Those kids are hungry.
You
Let's
think the
feed 'em.
kids know the
I
times
know
are tough?
All kids just eat chicken. That's all they eat. So hell yeah. They're
I
like
think 0 kids did it. 2 parents did it. You think the kids were choosing?
18. This is my guess, man.
I know. I'm just trying to
18.
help you out.
I'm hitting it.
Wait, what?
You know
part of the
what? I'll
country
go
is this in?
19.
What part of the country is this?
Part of the country probably doesn't matter.
Massachusetts.
Oh, yeah. I'm
Yeah, I'm going to say 0
I'm
then.
sticking it 2.
0.
Yeah.
If this was Alabama, all 20 kids would have
So
taken
you said 0, you
Yeah.
said 2, you said 18.
18.
I need a number. I need a real number.
So I'm
Boston
going
Market.
19.
Honestly, I think I'll say 5.
5. One of you is exactly right.
Oh my God. Give me the prize. Give me the
One
chicken.
of you is exactly right. You said none,
Yeah.
Scott? Wrong.
Ah!
No,
Oh,
not 18.
She put her hands up.
Of the 20,
Wow.
of the 20, who took the rotisserie chickens?
I'm going to change my score.
Wait,
How
what-
many?
5 and what?
5 or 2? And your winner,
I'm standing up.
Moon with 2.
Wow.
2 of the kids took the rotisserie
Right.
chickens.
2 of the parents
All
were,
right.
were there and said,
What?
hey,
Right.
don't you know the
Out of-
value?
Out of the 20 trick-or-treaters who stopped by, only 2 of them took them up on the chicken. The man said it was a lifelong dream to hand out rotisserie chickens.
That's funny.
That is hilarious. I wonder how many he was stuck with after
I
that.
love this
You know what I'm
guy.
considering doing? And this is not for anything but for
Blessed with, you mean?
Thank you. Thank you.
it's not for any other reason other than like all the leftover candy. It always becomes like a hassle, just because like I'm trying not to eat it, and it doesn't matter what rules I've applied to my life. I always eat the Reese's peanut butter cups that are left over, and
get
I'm
it,
sick of
man.
doing that. Next year, I think I'm just going to do dollars wrapped up.
Dollar bills?
Yeah, I mean, would that be cool?
Are you rolling them
Kids
like
don't want
ki-
money.
Yeah,
kids are going to be doing
yeah,
blows?
make sure
on
you
the
know,
dollar bill?
Put little
Kids
rolls.
don't want money. They want candy.
They don't want money.
No.
I mean,
And what can you get for $1 these days? You got to do $5.
No
Know what I'm
kid
saying?
wants money.
You want to really be the big.
well, I
Kids
can't.
don't want money.
I can't do that.
They want candy.
Rock and roll and radio don't pay like you think it does.
My bad.
We're doing
He's
one.
got a free guitar.
We're doing 2s. No, the $2 bills. Remember, we have like a whole. We have all the $2 bills. How about 2s? I mean,
No kid. Nobody wants money.
No kid?
No kid wants money. They want candy.
I want to put it to the test.
That was my favorite as a kid. The guy that always gave out money. We went to his house. That was one of the first stops we did. And it was a couple
too.
blocks away. It was
50
this
cent
guy.
pieces.
Yep.
We used to switch masks and go wreck this guy for 50 cent pieces. It was awesome.
I have a Schnucks bag full of candy in my car. Like my wife said, get it out of here.
I gave it to Tim. I
It's
said,
in my car.
Tim, take this to AmeriCorps. Get this out of here.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I
So-
don't. And my kid's dentist could send it to overseas soldiers.
So $2 bills, 35 kids. I'm gonna break even here.
You bought $70 worth of candy?
Well, maybe not that, but it's probably close.
What has anybody asked the kids what they want?
Oh.
But here,
These
but-
sweet baby, these sweet
Yeah, yeah.
baby
They
angels.
don't get a choice.
But
They
the,
do.
But the reason I'm considering it, not only that I'm trying to avoid the calories afterwards. Remember, we were talking about everybody's buying and giving and handing out the same
same
mixed
crap.
bag of crapola.
When you can't hand make
these
anything.
You know
kids
how
are
many
bored.
fun-size
Dude.
Baby Ruths I have in the car?
How many?
It's like 4,000.
You don't. Here's the thing. You as an adult care, but as a kid, it's quantity over quality. You just want to know you're stockpiled in candy.
Yeah, that's
Right.
true.
That's why they don't want money.
I agree with you, but I don't think you guys always get on this thing about like, oh, it's the same crackle, Mr. Goodbar, it's the same Reese's cup, grab it. No kid is like, oh, I had too many Reese's cups. They're just like, hell yeah.
Yeah, they're not all
It's the
curmudgeon-y
hunt
like
for
we
them.
are.
It's the hunt and the stock, the feeling of when you're a kid and you're like, dude, we have like 2 pillowcases full of candy in this house right now. You think that candy is going to last you for like 9 years.
I love it when the kids pour out their candy on the floor.
Yeah.
They didn't this year because they're older now.
It's like
when they
loot.
used to pour their candy out on the floor on the kitchen table and start separating stuff. Like, all
Yeah.
right, I'm gonna put all the gummies in this side.
So cute.
I'm gonna
dude.
put all the the chocolate stuff here.
Needles here.
The needles, the syringes.
Pot candies over here.
That's right.
Those are for mom.
I am a little jealous of the rotisserie chicken
Me
guy,
too.
because he's
Yeah.
going to have a little orange pumpkin full of pulled chicken just sitting in his fridge.
Oh, dude, think
The
about
way we're like, you know how we like sort through looking for like
Yeah.
the good candy? He's just going to, he's going to throw a little sweet baby raisin in the top,
If you think about that guy,
shake
though,
it up.
Whatever he was anticipating probably was more than 2. So he's probably got a fridge
No, he said
with dozens of chickens in him,
Yeah,
and just like, well,
I guess I'm gonna be shredding.
he
these
said he
up.
wound up giving like
chicken
the chickens.
party.
He
To
said
shelters?
he hooked up a couple appreciative dads.
Oh, okay.
That's cool.
Like when the kid said no to the chicken, like he's like, hey man, your kid said no to the chicken.
Take the chicken anyway.
Thanks,
He said
Dale.
it was a success. I hooked up a couple appreciative dads, and a kid in a Ravenclaw robe said no. Typical.
You said Greg was giving out the massive bars, the mega bars.
Yeah.
He should just. This is where he's going.
Well, his brother, Greg's brother.
That's incredible.
It's a 10-pound Toblerone.
Yeah, like
10,
that.
10 pounds, man.
Like that style.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what
yeah.
he's giving up.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids style. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
It's
Like
like
a
it's
$150 candy bar.
I was gonna say it's gonna take 2 kids like carrying it like a log from an old movie or
my
something
gosh.
like boom doom ba
That would be
My
hilarious.
kid's got no Toblerones.
Meanwhile, the kids are like, "Can you guys just give us candy and shut up? Like, we don't want to carry a 40-pound candy bar back home."
They need
Dude,
to
that's
remarket this crap because like it looks dumb and old and
Dude, they're
nasty.
so good,
They
though.
are great.
Toblerones?
Oh, they're so good.
Shh.
Perfect crackle.
So good.
They really are perfect. But I mean, look at it. It looks like something a kid would always
You need
avoid.
to know. And you know what? Little snot-nosed kid, if you don't want it, I'll eat it.
Well, and also when you eat it, how do you say it? Toblerone.
Toblerone.
When you eat them, I mean, you almost feel like you're gonna break like the top of your mouth off because
Well, you gotta
the
break it
pyramid.
off.
Oh no, I
They're
just
so
straight up like,
yummy, man.
Hey, put your jaw like in between it, huh? Take one single mountain.
yeah.
The annual marathon we call the holidays is, I mean, it's fast approaching. I mean, I got about a.
Stock up on your Xanax now.
So you finish this week and the next week and then the following Wednesday, like my in-laws are coming, all of them.
yeah, man. I got in-laws coming to town
I
this
got
week.
the Russians invading.
Oh God.
I got my mother and father-in-law.
You know you can always escape to our house if you need a
And
place.
then I got my brother-in-law's coming with his family, and they're all staying at my place. An early holiday poll found the average American will go to 10 or more gatherings this year. And that includes things like Thanksgiving and Christmas and get-togethers, big get-togethers with friends. And the poll found a lot of us do more than one Thanksgiving or Christmas now, so that's how it gets to 10 or more.
I hate the holidays.
And all the socializing will take its toll. Over half of us start craving some alone time within 4 hours of being around our extended family.
Yes.
1 in 5 said within an hour or two.
I really don't want to be this way. I've talked like off the air in the office to some of you guys about this. Like, I get real weird around the holidays. Probably come from a divorced childhood, like where my parents lived 2 hours away from each other. So the holidays were in the car. You had to be everywhere. It was a people pleasing season. Like,
Yeah.
you got to hit everybody, And so that's kind of been instilled in me. And I've never, ever, I'm 38 years old. I have never been able to rock the holidays how I would like to do it. And like, you know, and I've tried to guilt trip Tim into this. I'm like, can we just go?
I'm telling you, why can't you just say
No holidays.
next year? Declare right now. Declare it to all of St. Louis.
Okay.
Right now.
Yes.
Declare.
I do declare.
I did declare.
Right now. Say Christmas 2024
Yes.
will be at Lern's house.
I'm not even talking about that. Listen.
She wants to go on a trip.
I'm talking about, hey guys, I love you all. No gifts this year. We'll catch up with you later. Can I just, the entire week of Christmas, I just want to go to a mountain.
Do it.
I want to be in a hot tub
Declare
drinking whiskey.
right now.
Yeah.
Declare right now.
I want to be,
Speaking half of
nobody's
my
around.
language.
We're cooking. We are relaxing.
I'm telling
it's
your
a
mother right
erotic
now.
Week. Can I just
Let me
get,
talk to Jill for a second.
Did you say an erotic week?
Yes.
Let me talk to Lern's mom for a second. Jill
Yes.
Excuse
And
me.
my
Jill?
mother-in-law.
Jill.
and Tim's mom.
And
And
Tim.
Tim.
Because Tim's not on board. He's like, no, we got to do it. Because you only have so many Christmases with your parents.
Okay,
And trust
but you
me,
know what, though?
I've lost my father. I know how
So
that goes.
do it when you could get together when you get back.
Right.
Do Thanksgiving. You're fine. Let's declare it now, 2024 for Lern. 'Tis not the season for people pleasing.
You can't combine Christmas and
Are we in the future? Why is it 24?
Well, because
Just do
this
January.
year's
She
been
says-
crashed.
she says
all
this year's
done.
out.
This
This year's out.
It's
Oh,
already
oh,
planned.
This year's
I
out.
was like,
This year's
I actually
already
had to
planned.
check the year. I was like, holy crap, did I miss something?
No, this year's already planned out. Like I'm sure everybody's got the Christmas plans already.
No, the dates
I will
are done.
say-
It is.
Like I'm already locked into what we're doing. I'm sure you're locked into what you're doing.
And Lern, I hope you get to experience that because I had 2 or 3 years in a row when I was out in LA that I couldn't take off work, so I was stuck out there during the holiday season. So Thanksgiving, Christmas, both. It was just me, and sometimes my roommate was there, sometimes it wasn't. But you go to the beach, it's beautiful.
See what I'm talking
It is
about?
perfection.
Okay,
on those
so
days.
we're declaring it right now.
worth it.
Learn
2024.
and Tim next Christmas.
Yes.
20. You can't combine Christmas and Thanksgiving. You can't combine those are two separate holidays.
I'm saying you can see them on Thanksgiving.
And
not
that
see them
counts
Give
as
them
a,
a-
you're
give them
seeing
a
the same
day.
people 3 weeks later.
We're looking to appease everybody. Give them their own special day after you get back, or
I guess.
right before you leave.
Yeah, I just want to get out of Dodge.
You got to do the gift exchange. There's going to be gifts exchanged. We'll do that after or before.
2024.
You don't have to spend a whole week. How about we compromise? We do 3 days.
What? No, I don't want to be.
Week.
It's a week.
Take
It's.
Take it.
We're out of town.
Claim it.
We're not involved in the chaos at all.
I have
And
the
we love
perfect
everybody, and it's great. So
I have the perfect cabin. I did it for my birthday. It's amazing.
See? 'Cause
usually
4,000
we
feet
take-
up, hot tub, views, super private.
Usually we
Love
take
it.
2 weeks off for Christmas.
yeah.
So you got to take the week. You and Tim go to Colorado,
Wherever.
Go to the mountains, sit in a hot tub, and then the next week, the lead up to the New Year's. Then you go around and you go, hey,
It's calm
we'll
down.
exchange gifts. Hey, here's a sweater.
You paid your
Thank you.
dues. You put in your miles. It's all good.
But then people argue like, why do you have to do it on?
And that's fine.
You know-
let them do that.
Because you have time off, and this is the time for me to leave work
To be
behind
off.
If they love
and to
you,
be
they'll
off.
respect it and they'll figure it out.
Yeah.
And if they don't, well,
It's not that I don't like you.
That's not a.
No.
I
That's
just
not a
don't
weight.
want to be around you right now.
Yeah, that's not a weight that you
Everybody-
have to lift.
Everybody's so heightened, man, and it ruins the holidays. Like I'm just looking for a chill, good time, and we
I
don't got
wanna
kids,
enjoy
so
my
everybody
husband.
thinks. Yeah, like I just want to. I want to get away and have my own little experience.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I don't have kids. I don't have kids to wake up to and like open the presents and stuff. We are older adults that have different ideas about the holidays, or I do at least. I don't want to speak for him.
I get it.
So
I get it. Scoot may be coming along.
okay, buddy.
Yeah, man. We don't even have plans.
Come on.
Yeah, we haven't even figured it out.
That's
Scoot and his wife may be coming along.
We haven't even figured it out. But it's based on like ease and the children and the parents, and we'll make it work. Everybody's pretty understanding, which is helpful.
Good.
But even when they're not, you're like, well, I mean,
Oh no, there are people in
I
my
can't-
family that are not understanding.
It's
I understand-
okay.
I get
And,
you.
and there are in my family
and
as
that's
well.
that's okay. That just means that they don't understand your scenario. That's all that means.
And it is 'tis the season for people pleasing. That's the perfect way to put it, Rafe. Because man, if you got that going on, I feel for you. You're not alone in that, and it just ruins everything.
You can't, especially now, dude. So many people are children of divorce. like thrice divorced. I'm divorced, twice baked, divorced potato. And it's like, no one's married. So then there's like it's the domino effect of 14 Christmases. Like, no one is actually spending time.
Right.
It's like, we got to go to Aunt Linda's and open our presents. And then we got to be at Grandma's by 4. And then I've got to drop you back off at your mom's by 6.
It's time.
But it's not
We
quality.
got a half hour.
Yeah.
And then we got to go to the next place.
And you're missing people because everyone's on the same plan you're on. So your cousins that you hung out with as a kid may be coming in at a different time than you.
Yeah, exactly. We used to have, and right now, you know, we're like in that transitional period too. We're like the torch is being passed, if you will.
Sure.
So like, you know, who's kind of leading the family and who's leading even the plan making and that kind of stuff. And like, you know, the first year or two of those changes, it gets kind of rough. People get like personally hurt, but at the same time, like Rafe said, man, there was a point where we were driving so many miles and we were going all the way down to this part of town, this part of town, and we get down there, we'd only have 30 minutes. And I realized, like, I wasn't even seeing some of the crossover because they only had 30 minutes, too. So they're going to come in an hour, and I can't wait for that. Oh, I'll get a piece of ham and some pineapple, and I got to go to the next place. And eventually you just got to, like, go, you know what? We have to cut that off.
Well, and you know, all right, we'll go to, you know, Aunt Linda's for dessert, and we'll have, you know, dinner at Grandma's, and then it's a lot of travel, and all the traveling adds up, and a separate survey found over a third of travelers will fly somewhere in the next 2.5 months, and by mid-January, the average family expects to spend $2,700 on travel alone.
Nice.
Yep.
Now, a lot of toys, man.
It's a lot of toys. Now, with Thanksgiving, in just a couple weeks, everybody get their turkeys yet?
No.
Do you mean my tofurkey, which I did have one year and it was god awful? Back to you.
So Campbell's has released their State of the Sides report this year. And what is America's favorite side dish for Thanksgiving?
Man, it should be green bean casserole, but I know that's more of a localized thing.
It's mashed potatoes.
Is it mashed potatoes?
Is it sweet potatoes?
It must
with
be. Since you asked
marshmallows?
It must be.
The side this year has dethroned the side from last year.
Last year was stuffing.
What?
This
Last year was stuffing.
It's got to be.
Mashed potatoes and gravy. Show
Last
me
year
gravy.
was stuffing.
Potatoes with mushrooms.
Last year was stuffing. This year is mashed potatoes.
Let's
A
go!
mashed potato.
Dang.
Yes!
Mashed
It's a mashed
potatoes
potato
are so
year.
hot right now.
Mashed potatoes are so hot
In
right
fact,
now.
it was just announced that mashed potatoes are
People's sexiest.
People's sexiest man alive.
Yeah.
Sexiest
agree.
potato alive.
Jimmy Kimmel just announced, yeah.
That's my daughter's all-time favorite food of all the foods, and she you know, like, she's not picky eater. She loves everything, and you would think it would be like, what's your favorite food? Oh, it's this, it's that. No, mashed potatoes. She says it every time. Mashed
potatoes are
Perfection.
awesome. Honestly,
White gravy,
They're
brown
so
gravy,
good.
who gives a crap?
Mashed potatoes.
Yeah, it's great.
Really?
No gravy.
Yeah, I mean, I like them, but I mean, it's never like the thing. I don't.
So easy to make.
Yeah, I get it. It's wonderful, but it's, you know, it's the
awesome.
It gets me excited, I will say.
it's the basic crayon that's in every box. You know, it's like that. There
It's
we
not
go.
basic.
You
I'm
can make
sorry?
it as loaded as you want,
You
man.
could do whatever you there. It's just it's a canvas for like
Creativity.
Yeah.
creativity.
Chives,
You want to do like
cheddar.
roasted garlic mashed potatoes?
Yeah, I guess
But it's
you're
also
right.
mortar.
Skin on mashed
Skin
potatoes.
on mashed potatoes.
Great mortar to
Please.
build things
Yeah,
on.
you're right.
You know, you could do smooth. You could do chunky. It's just so many possibilities.
It's amazing.
Yeah, you got
God,
to
I
do a
just got
little chunk
goosebumps.
in it.
I know.
My mother-in-law's green bean casserole changed my life, and that's all I think about now. It's all when I think about these sides, mashed potatoes can't even. I mean, it's a different race.
I'll tell you why it's not green bean casserole because
Because you
that's
don't like
only
the
a Midwest
mushroom.
thing.
Is it because of the green beans?
What?
No, because East Coasters don't know what the hell green bean casserole is.
What are you guys eating on the East Coast? What's the comparable thing?
Rubber.
Stuffing and
Stuffing and what? You do the yams
Cranberry.
with the
cranberry sauce and
Dude, I love.
Honestly, East Coast Thanksgiving is pretty basic.
I'm glad we're talking about this right now because we need to get one thing straight. Are you guys down with Cano Cran?
Oh my gosh, it's
My
the
wife
best.
makes- my
It's
wife
so
makes
good.
cranberry
It is
sauce.
so good, just
She's
like
talking about-
straight out of the can.
she's talking about
Dog food
can, though.
style.
Oh,
Dog
I like
Alpo
I like
style.
the canned
Yeah,
one.
Yeah, I love serving it
like
in the.
it?
You don't even have to break it up.
What
Scott, do you
think?
like Cano Cran?
Dude, I love it because I'll put it on
Oh
the
my
plate and
God.
put it on this nice table with everything else. And
This is amazing.
If I could hold it in my hand and eat it like that,
Like I
would
like
do
it. My
that.
Wait, how
wife
do you
doesn't
eat
like it, so she makes her own.
yeah,
But if she put out a Cano Cran, I'd be fine with that.
I love that we all love it. Thank God.
You don't like Cano Cran?
No, of course I do. I can't even believe You had the audacity to ask me that.
Oh, some people
Well,
hate it.
you had like you smelled farts.
Huh?
You had to look like you smelled farts.
No, I
Lucky.
was just shocked to hear the Queen would go Canacran. Really, I love that it just like shimmies out of the can like Alpo, like in with the dents of the can in
It's
it.
the best.
Yeah.
And I got no issues with
There it
it.
is.
I know, yes, I'm doing this on the camera. Terrible thing to do.
So, all right. So, Campbell's, this the State of Sides report, this year mashed potatoes have taken this top spot from 2022's favorite side, stuffing. Mashed potatoes and stuffing are America's two favorite sides this year, followed by...
Sweet potatoes.
Do you want to consider yams and sweet potatoes the same thing?
Same thing.
All right, that's,
Sure.
That's 4.
Get a load of the yams on her.
There's some other casserole or something that always makes us
Mac
think
and
that.
cheese is 3.
I believe it.
And then 5 is green bean casserole.
But if you're gonna do mac and
cheese normal?
yeah, you kind of have to do it. You
gotta bake
have
it.
to do it. Yeah, you have to bake it, and you have to do like
it's got the breadcrumbs.
the
The
crummies.
crummies.
Yeah.
The breadcrumbs on top.
I'm an unsung hero.
No,
the crummies.
no, the mac and cheese has got to go in the. It's oven mac and cheese.
Hell yeah,
it's
it's
not
fancy
like.
mac.
Yeah.
It's not craft out of the
You
box.
better make it seem like this is not.
I've
as
never.
bad.
I was to say I don't think that's ever appeared on our Thanksgiving table.
What, the mac and cheese?
Yeah.
Nah, we always crush the other stuff.
Yeah.
Do you guys?
Missouri's favorite side, by the way, is mac and cheese.
What?
I love it.
Illinois, a tie between salad and green bean casserole.
Do you like to preserve
Jerks.
the excitement for Thanksgiving? Like, for instance, like Hubbard's very sweet. Like, everybody's doing kind of a potluck here, like we do every year. I don't like to get my rocks off on the side potlucks and stuff. I like to really focus on the big game day eating.
I like the idea of getting together and eating with the crew, but
But I won't have all the stuff. I'll just have like a little bit.
like, I'm gonna have a lot of that same food.
I know,
like,
and I
coming
don't want to
up.
ruin it.
I think the unsung hero at Thanksgiving is a tag team between deviled eggs. Don't get enough credit. Not yet. No, I'm not kidding
Appetizer.
around here. Don't laugh.
I'm with you.
Deviled eggs, they're like the little pre-treat you get while everybody's loading their plate up. They're not the star of the show. You know
No,
what
it's
I
an hors
mean?
d'oeuvre.
But they're there for you. They got your back
You know who I think?
as you wait for the things to be laid out. Or somebody's taking too long in the gravy boat. The deviled egg is there and it's ready.
Yummy.
I wish I could like them. I'll try again, but
I'm gonna give it a shot this year.
Dude,
I gotta
they're
see it
so
clear.
Last
good.
year was my first real pumpkin pie year.
Rafe, are you bringing deviled eggs to the potluck? Because I feel like you should.
yeah, you talk a big game.
Yeah, that's right,
Let's
Rafe.
see what
Don't
you got.
worry. Hey, you worry about your side of the street.
I think the unsung hero of Thanksgivings are the restaurants that cater to the people that screw it all up.
Yeah.
Like there's a couple times where we've like hosted a little bit and we just haven't had time to do everything that we want. So we'll do a couple sides and we'll go to Super Smokers and get their turkey.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy a turkey this year.
And dude, holy crud! Like that is such a lifesaver. It's always worth it. It's always better than I could have ever made it.
I'm buying a smoked turkey
It's
this year.
literally
I've already placed my
professionals.
order.
Yeah, it's professionals that are doing it and like they're staying open and making those kind of holidays possible. Those are the heroes in my bag.
They are. I was telling Haas the other day, like, it sucks they're closed because I had Boston Market cater Thanksgiving one year, and it was awesome.
Oh, I bet.
It was
Oh, I
perfect.
bet.
Like, their turkey was perfect carve, perfect gravy.
Popeyes is doing a.
Everyone was happy.
Popeyes, like the chicken people, are doing a Cajun turkey. You can order.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll talk about it in a few moments, but Heavy Smoke, they have this full thing with the sides, everything.
Oh, heck yeah.
He's doing. I talked to Chris about getting turkey. He's doing turkey breasts.
Oh, turkey
He's
breast.
not doing the whole. He's not doing the
okay,
whole
okay,
turkeys.
For
He said.
But still,
Thanksgiving,
it's
Unless he
delicious.
changed
He's got
that.
the sides and all that, and
Yeah.
He's got
and,
the sides though.
Dude,
Yeah,
Super
the sides are worth
Smokers had like a freeze, like a pipe burst, and all this other stuff, and still made it all happen for
Wow.
Thanksgiving and Christmas for us. Like it was
Dude,
so
many
good.
people screw up the turkeys. They
What
dry
about-
out. It's so dry.
Yeah.
I hate bad turkey and then pretending it's good.
Can I also say,
Turkey's so dry.
the turkey's not the star of Thanksgiving to me.
No.
It really isn't. I know that the meat and protein has to be the centerpiece, and I love turkey. But the star of turkey's good after. It's good to have it after. But man, it's the sides. Dude.
Yeah,
It's a
Oh
side
yeah, it's a
holiday.
side holiday.
Big
Oh, so
time.
now you guys are all about the sides.
Honestly, another side that doesn't get enough credit to me, and I don't know if this is just a Southern Illinois staple or if it's nationwide, is broccoli and cheese casserole. Like the broccoli, cheese, and rice casserole
Yeah,
made
that's
by
No, we
Yeah,
never
that's
had that.
maybe-
made
I
by
like
your
that.
aunt, who's the loose cannon, who brings it in, but it's like super cheesed out. That really ties the plate together.
What about the desserts, though? I know we talk about this every time. Pumpkin pie, you going? What, if you have multiple options, let's say you're doing 2 pies, two slices. Are you going pumpkin? Pumpkin has to be one, right? Or,
Yeah, it is.
Even if it's just
With a ton of whipped cream on top of it. Hopefully that whipped cream is handmade. And then I do like a cherry pie on the side.
nice,
You know?
like your style.
Somebody said the Popeyes has done Cajun turkey for years.
I gotta
They
say-
get it in New Orleans. Absolute game changer.
I got no problem with Cool Whip. I got
No,
no
for
issues
pumpkin
with
No,
Cool
it's
Whip.
fine.
No, it's really good.
But like my mom always whips up with the heavy whipping cream, and puts a ton of sugar in it. It's just so good and like.
Jill.
Vince is saying
She's a carb.
smoked spatchcock turkey. Do it on your own, you losers. I don't have a smoker. I think if I had a smoker,
What a privileged little tool bag emailing you, expecting you to have a smoker.
if I had a smoker, I think I would do it myself. And I'm thinking maybe I should get a smoker, but it's going to be one of those things. I'm going to do it like
Once.
2 times, and then it's going to be another one of those things that sit outside, and I get pissed off every time I look at it.
Every guy I know that bought a smoker or got one for Christmas uses it once, and then they
Really?
donate it. Yes.
That's so funny. One of the dudes I was hanging with in L.A. Was saying that he's from New York, but he lives in L.A., and he's by way of, he lived for a short while in South Carolina and a short while in Missouri. And he goes, I said, what'd you pick up in South Carolina and Missouri? And he goes, I still got a smoker in my backyard in L.A. He's like, that's what you have to do when you live in Missouri. Everybody has a smoker. And I was like, I think you're right, but I'm not sure everybody uses them.
Nobody's using them.
And,
They all got 'em.
listen, I know people
He
that,
does.
that have them and use them.
He said that's all he does. And he's like, no one out in L.A. has like smokers.
But
and
I
doing
just,
all that
I
stuff.
just
He's
know
like,
it's
yeah,
going to be something I'm
Missouri,
going to
brother.
get. And I'm going to go full bore, and I'm going to get all the accessories.
Full bore.
Yeah, you'll go all in and you'll be
Yeah.
into it for like 2 months, and then it'll sit,
And then it's going to sit there.
sit and rust.
It's going to sit there. As far as your Thanksgiving feasts go, do you have normally more than turkey as far as the protein goes?
Yeah.
Do you have a ham too?
Typically. Yes,
No.
there's usually ham with the pineapples and the cherries.
Yep.
No.
Got to have the pineapple on that.
Tell you, back to the smoker for a second. You want a neighbor with a smoker.
Yeah.
You want an obsessive neighbor with a
Exactly.
smoker. Scott and I had an obsessive neighbor with a smoker, and he was so good at it. And when they get good at it and they get obsessive, what do? They make food for 12, and they feed their 3-person family, and then they give it to the
Yep.
neighbors.
That's
I
right.
got
Where's
one
his
of those.
neighbor across the street?
Yep.
He's a pro with all that.
Hey, man, made all this, made 70 pounds of brisket.
Yeah,
Would you like
exactly.
some?
They're so into
Sure.
it that
Best,
they got to do it.
All right, one more thing before we move on. If you have given up on your NFL team or your fantasy football team, there's another reason to watch the NFL this Sunday. See if you could spot a chicken dance. So Shake Shack, which we now have a couple locations in the area, just announced a new nationwide promotion where they're giving America a free chicken sandwich if an NFL player does a touchdown celebration that includes the chicken dance. And that's the normal. That one.
Okay.
The one you would see
I thought
at.
that was the Mexican hat dance.
No, that's.
And then they fly.
Oh, yeah. A lot of dead-itis.
You know the chicken dance.
Oh, yeah, I know the dance. I just forgot what
But
song it was.
Classic.
if an NFL player does a touchdown celebration that includes the chicken dance, the offer's only good for this coming Sunday's games, the 12th. If a player does the dance, you can redeem your chicken sandwich at any location within the following week up through November 19th.
I don't know the origins, but why do we have claps in a song about? Are we just trolling chickens here with the wings? You know,
Flaps.
if you're doing
Yeah, they're
this.
flapping.
How am I supposed to clap?
They have little fingers and hands.
Trolling chickens.
So you get that. So you got to get the Shake Shack app, though.
All right.
And you can't just walk out with a free sandwich. You have to spend $10 on food and other beverages.
Always a catch.
Yeah, but you can't walk out of that place
Without getting some.
without getting more than $10 worth of food.
Yeah.
But there you go.
Yummy.
Look for the chicken dance on Sunday. All right, we got to take a break. We're going to come back. Let's give away some stuff. We got WWE Monday Night Raw tickets, February 5th over at Enterprise Center. We got tickets to go see comedian Jeff Ross Saturday over at the Sheldon, presented by the Flyover Comedy Festival. We've also got tickets to go see comedian Janelle James Saturday over at the Sheldon, presented by the Flyover Comedy Festival. And we got tickets to go see John Cleese next Thursday, the 16th, over the Factory. After the break, we're playing Fake News of Florida. Easy game. Easy game. I'm going to read you. Well, Rafe will read you a headline. You tell us if the story is fake news or something that actually happened in the great state of Florida. 2 out of 3 right, you win your choice of prizes. 314-624-3833 or 618-398-3833. Fake news or Florida is next. 8:41.
He's on Rafe time, man.
He's always getting accosted in the break room. The guy can't walk through the hallways without.
Can you go and get Rafe? Tell him the contest that he is doing.
Radio works
is on
time.
right now.
On time. It's okay. He's new. It's been 9 months.
I can run it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
hand it over. Let's
ask
rip
him.
this.
Where you at? No, we're all capable of doing it. We're all capable of reading headlines that are fake news of Florida. Oh, there he is. Oh,
hey,
hi.
Man.
Hey.
Hi.
Ladies and gentlemen, Rafe Williams. Hi. First day on the radio.
All right, man.
Who are you talking to in the hallway?
The joyous guy.
Really?
Now what you got to say, Rizz?
No, not really.
The man with the
I just thought that might get me off the hook.
No.
Somebody from the bowling thing. I was on my way in, and he's like, "Hey, saw you bowling." We got into a bowling
Just
conversation.
say, I have work to do.
And you know what's crazy? Is the thing I was talking about is how I love bowling as an event because it gives you an out when you want to stop talking to people. Because you can be like, "Oh, sorry, I got to roll."
Is this another radio person?
Sort of.
I'm on air?
I don't know. Maybe.
They should know better.
All right.
They should know better.
All right.
I'm having a tough time getting over this.
We're going to get you a, hey, you know what? We're going to get you a salami. You're going to be all right.
Dude.
All right, there's hot salami to be had. All right, fine. You just got to say, you got to be like, I can't talk to you. It's
I'm never leaving the room again.
You can leave the room.
I'm getting a piss jug.
You're allowed to
and I'm putting
leave
it
the
in here.
room. Just know that there's a time where there's a break time and there is an on-air time.
Okay.
It's not just on you. It's these jerks in the hallway, too, got to understand.
To be honest, one of the people that was accosting Rafe is a show that competes with us. So maybe that's a little thing that they're trying to do.
You all have 20 hours of the day to do whatever you want. To do whatever you want.
Pull me into this.
I'm saying all of you. 20 hours of the day to do whatever you want.
Yes.
4 hours. That's all we need here. That's all we need. 4 hours, and you get 20 hours of the day, you could talk to whoever you want.
Thank God Joy is here.
4 hours. That's all I ask. 4 hours, just your undivided attention. And sure, some days we'll get hot salami. Other days we won't. Today's a hot salami day.
That's why we're playing fake news or hot salami
That's right.
now.
All right.
All right, here we go.
Here we go. All right, so Rafe's going to read you a headline. You tell us if the story is fake news or something that really happened in the state of Florida. 2 out of 3 right, you win. Your choice, WWE Monday Night Raw tickets to go see Jeff Ross, tickets to go see Janelle James, or we got tickets to go see John Cleese. 314-624-3833 or 618-398-3833. Let's go to Matt in St. Louis. Matt, good morning.
Good morning.
All right, Matt. Here we go. Fake news of Florida.
All right, Matt. Let's bring the energy back into the room with us. Police
The
in
energy's here.
Police in Key West seized a Cookie Monster doll that contained 300 grams of cocaine.
That's real.
You think that's Florida?
Oh, that's Florida.
Yeah, that's Florida. Yeah, that's quite loud. Thank you.
honestly,
1 for 1.
Of
Next.
all of the Sesame Street characters, that is definitely who would have coke. So.
Oh, Cookie Monster?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
for sure. He's got addiction problems. A Palm Beach man was arrested after he was found with 2 boxes of election votes in the back seat of his car.
That's fake.
That's fake news.
My Uncle
Yes.
Larry wants it to be true. That is fake.
Hang on. We got one winner. Let's go to
Crushing
another
it.
Matt. Matt in Farmington. Good morning, Matt.
Good morning.
All right, Matt, Farmington, here we go.
Matt, this just in. A Hollywood sheriff was charged with indecent exposure after driving pantsless to pick up his wife from a bar.
Oh, fake.
All right, it's fake news.
fake.
Way to sniff that one out. Okay,
All
next.
A Pensacola man became an internet celebrity after his giant neck made him the subject of a million jokes on social media.
We'll say Florida.
That's
Oh,
Florida.
that's
Wow.
Florida.
I remember that.
I remember that guy, too.
I remember
That guy had a hell of a neck. Hang on, Matt.
Yeah, that was a wild. Do you remember that? I mean, it looked like he was on like a, those like steel girders that like hold up buildings. It looked like that was inside the guy's neck.
Yeah. There's another Florida guy with a long, skinny neck. It's a neck state.
I think that's this guy.
Honestly, it's shaped like a neck.
Oh, there's the giant, giant and the long neck.
There's a fat neck guy and there's a long neck guy.
No, this is the one. It looked like he swallowed like something that holds up a building. what do you call that? Like those, those big giant steel things that like guys can even stand on? Is it a girder?
Yeah. Scaffolding.
No. Scaffolding's like I mean, look at that.
No chain can go around that neck.
No.
My gosh.
Is he okay?
No. Well, he's got a mug shot, a couple of them, a couple different mug shots. So things are not all right. Chris, hello.
Hi. How you doing?
Hey, Chris, here we go. Fake news or Florida?
This just in, a woman named Crystal Methvin was arrested for possession of, you guessed it, crystal meth.
Florida.
Oh, that's Florida.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's a good story.
100% true.
Crystal Methvin busted with crystal meth in Florida. Next.
A West Palm Beach man caught a 17-foot, 120-pound python with his bare hands after seeing it on the side of the road.
Fake.
Oh, that's Florida.
That was Florida.
Sorry, bud.
That was Florida. All right, comes down to this. Here we go.
A Broward County man brought a tiger into a grocery store and later told police it was his therapy animal.
Florida.
I made that up.
Sorry, buddy.
That's a bummer. Bummer. Olivia, House Springs. Hello.
Hi.
Hey. All right, here we go.
Olivia, a Key West woman, was busted for drunk driving a boat with 3 kids on board.
Real?
And that went up. Although, how could that not be a real thing? No woman in Key West has ever been busted for drunk driving a boat with 3 kids on board?
No, they all have 7 to 8 kids on
You're
board.
right. You're right. Okay, let's rebound here, Olivia.
Olivia, a naked man, started a house fire while baking cookies on his George Foreman grill.
Real?
Oh, that's Florida.
Yep.
Right, that's Florida.
Okay, awesome. All right, comes down to this. Here we go, Olivia.
Olivia, good luck. A security guard was fired after uploading videos of his farts to Instagram.
Fake?
Too real.
All too real.
Yeah, bummer.
Fart news or Florida?
Chris, hello.
Hey, happy birthday, Rizz.
Hey, thanks, Chris. Here we go.
All right, Chris, good luck. A Parkland man removed the 9-foot alligator from his pool using only his bare hands.
That's Florida.
Oh, that's Florida.
Damn right, that's Florida. Okay, next.
Is our soundbite guy? Mm-hmm. A Tampa Bay stripper was charged with aggravated assault after she passed gas on a customer who refused to pay for a lap dance.
Fake news.
Yeah, fake news.
Hold on.
Need to sniff that one out.
There we go. All right, one final contestant. We got Tom and Festus. Good morning, Tom.
Morning.
All right, Tom, here we go.
A Pinellas Park man was arrested for making love to a stuffed Olaf toy inside of a Target.
Florida.
That's
Oh,
correct.
that's Florida.
Yep.
You want to bang a snowman? All right.
Here we go.
Oh, here's Lern's favorite place. A Port St. Lucie woman was arrested for shoplifting at Walmart after putting a 12-pack of Coors Light in her 5-year-old daughter's Barbie backpack.
Fake?
That is fake news.
There you go.
Hey, good job. You can take that 911 call now.
All right, that's how we do fake news in Florida. We gave away some stuff. You want to get our guests?
I do.
Alex and Amanda, who are the head muckety-mucks over there at Joya's.
Yeah, the owners.
Oh, the owners of Joya's. What an honor. What an honor. To as a sandwich city.
I'm nervous
As a sandwich city, and the Earl of Sandwich, who is among us.
Yes.
To have the owners of Joya's in our studio.
Yeah, royalty.
Royalty.
The Archduke of Sandwich is nervous. I got bubble guts a little bit.
Do you?
Well,
Like I'm meeting
did you
like
get promoted? I thought you were an earl.
Well, Man carries many titles in the feudal system.
Like Archduke. I was like, wow, isn't it?
What's higher?
I'm sure. I mean, Archduke
honestly-
sounds
Honestly, I don't know.
pretty badass.
What is the hierarchy when it comes to royalty? Is it
Archduke
Earl? I think probably
Earl.
Archduke is.
Count? Is a count higher than an archduke?
What's the difference between a duke and an earl?
What if you're the Duke of Earl?
Duke of Earl.
They are Chris and Amanda from Joya's.
St. Louis royalty.
Come on in, guys.
What's up, dudes?
Oh my gosh.
Hello, hello.
Oh, we're on the air.
That's how we do it on radio.
You do, you are, and everybody's listening. By
Pop
the way,
in, pop up.
A duke is the highest ranking title created in 1337 by King Edward III. So
Really?
duke and then Marquess. Marchioness. No, Marchioness.
Marquise.
No, that's not how it's look. Let me. You read this and sound like a fool. Marchioness.
Marquise. I don't know. The Earl of Sandwich is right here.
And
by
then
the way.
Earl
Rafe Williams.
is 3.
You're the Earl of Sandwiches?
That's right.
Yeah, the Earl of Sandwich.
St. Louis
Sandwich
is
City.
Self-proclaimed the Earl of Sandwich.
Your hat there.
Archduke of Sandwiches, whatever you want to call me. Count Sandwich.
Oh, Amanda's got another. Oh,
Is that a hot salami hat?
Amanda just brought
9 in the morning? Hell yeah.
bought Rafe a hot salami hat.
I love it, and the
That's
deer can't see it
great.
because it's camoed and orange.
Try on this. See
brilliant.
if this real tree children's hat fits the Duke.
Okay, so let me ask you guys this question. So you heard us. So Lern went down to go interview Robert from Metallica on Thursday.
Yeah.
Okay. Rafe talked to Robert about a bunch of different great sandwich places in the St. Louis area.
Yeah, because Robert was saying that he has some of the best food that he's ever had on tour in St. Louis.
Oh, that's amazing.
that's
That feels
awesome.
good.
Yeah, so,
We do have great food.
Rafe said, we are a sandwich city. So he
Correct.
wrote down a couple different places for Robert Trujillo, bassist of Metallica, to try out. Joya's was the number 1 on the list. And Robert said to his people, get me Joya's immediately.
Yeah, I didn't even know it was happening. I saw that Instagram post. I showed it to Amanda, and I was just like, wow, look at this. They recommended Joya's. That's so cool.
They did.
And then,
Yeah, and I do all the catering, and I was like, oh, yeah, I saw that invoice come through on Friday. I think we delivered down there. But, it's always like PR company.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't say Metallica on there.
Right.
Sure.
Mr. Trujillo.
Was it a ton of sandwiches?
It was a few cases. So, I mean, probably
Holy
it was
smokes.
like
like 25 people's worth?
Yeah,
Wow.
That's
Good.
quite a bit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's-
there was a foodie case, which I was impressed that they ordered that one
I
because
know.
that's a heavy
to
hitter.
eat one of those and then go on stage, like I'd have to take a nap before that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the whole thing with Metallica was, so they're spending a bunch of time in these different cities because they got the Friday show, the Saturday off, and then the Sunday show. So I think they've said, like, hey, we want to really get to know, like, every time we go through a city, we're just in and out, in and out, in and out. So they're spending time and actually sampling local cuisine and, living it up in the city while they're here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's so cool.
that's really great. I love hearing that.
And I mean, St. Louis is a food city.
We are a food
Definitely.
city.
Yeah.
You guys have actually sent a lot of people our way. I just recently a comedian came in and was like eating a hot salami, talking about how you guys recommended it.
Oh, yeah, he was at the
awesome.
Creep Core store.
Mark Maron.
What's that?
I bet it was Mark Maron.
That's it.
It might have been
I
Mark
think so.
Maron.
Yeah.
That's great.
I don't know. I'd freak out if it was Mark Maron. Oh, that's awesome. You recommended Mark Maron?
Yeah, because Mark Maron was here. And then we
was
told
that?
him, like,
I love Mark Maron.
he
weeks
came
ago?
in a couple weeks ago.
That makes it was I forget who it was. It was another podcaster. It wasn't Mark though. And I was like, hey, wait, that's awesome. And then he ate the hot salami. He's like, this is one of the best sandwiches I ever had. I was like, the Rizz guys had to have.
Well, we always say if people are hungry, especially around here now that you guys are right down the
Yeah,
street,
yeah.
like, hey man, we got some great restaurants over here. You got to try Joya's. It's a St. Louis institution.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
thank you.
awesome.
That's really cool here.
Do you
Thanks,
agree
love
that
the
it's a
Creep
sandwich
Bar.
city? We've been talking about this on the air. So as sandwich people, like, it is a sandwich city, right?
Oh, absolutely.
It's totally a sandwich city. Whenever we travel, we're always like, what's the best sandwich in this city? And we'll look it up. And in St. Louis, you Google like best sandwich, you've got 20 options. And
Yeah.
Oh,
they're
yeah.
all good. They're all local.
Agreed.
People don't eat sandwiches in other
Nah,
cities.
they don't
eat
think
them in
about it.
St.
They don't
Louis.
think about it. You say, what's the
No.
best sandwich? And they go, sandwich? Like
Yeah.
they never thought of that specificity, and they just go,
Well, I think the unique thing about this city now is I come from the East Coast. It's all about Italian delis.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
But
that's
about
true.
the Italian delis, you get your Italian combo. They're pretty much all the same.
Yeah, okay.
This city, each great sandwich store has something unique they're offering.
Oh, absolutely.
I couldn't
Absolutely.
agree more. That's what's so great.
Somebody told me because we went into a new spot in Valley Park, and they were talking about how there was another sandwich shop, and they were like, "Are you worried?" And I was like, guys, on the hill, every corner, there's a great sandwich shop.
Yeah.
Like, this city loves sandwiches.
Oh, yeah.
You guys can support another 50 sandwich shops. Like, this is a sandwich town for sure.
Oh yeah, what is it? Was it Adam Conover? That's what the chat is saying.
Adam
we
Conover.
were talking
I did
about
send
food.
Adam Conover your way as well.
Oh, yeah, that's who it was.
That's who it was, Adam Conover.
That was great. Yeah,
Yeah, the Adam Ruins Everything guy.
Yeah.
That
I
makes
follow
sense.
him on.
Yeah, he was here.
Yeah, that was really, really
Yeah,
good.
he
too.
tagged it in Instagram. He was at the
No.
Creek Core
And
location.
he took a
That's
bite of it. God, gosh, if Mark Maron came and I missed
You can't get over it, huh, can you?
I love Mark Maron, but Adam Conover too. Yeah, he came in right after the show.
Is there a way you could send Mark Maron a sandwich? Because I know Clementine sends him ice cream all the
Oh
time.
yeah, Julie Lally could do it. I bet.
If we get an address, we can definitely send him some sandwiches.
Yeah, that'd be
I'll give you his
awesome.
address.
That would
It's
be
one.
Really cool. That'd be awesome.
So, what's your favorite sandwich place aside from Joya's?
Oh man, great question. So I'm a big fan of Adriana's,
That was the first place I ever been to.
Yeah, really, first place you ever
First
been to?
place, there was 2 restaurants I went to the first day I came to St. Louis. One was Faux Grand, which was
Yeah,
the Vietnamese place.
That's
That
our
was
first
one of our
date.
first
R.I.P.
spots.
R.I.P. Faux Grand.
I
Shout out to Faux Grand, guys.
That was your first date?
Yeah. Yeah, we're from South City, so Faux Grand was our place. Yeah,
And then went to Adriana's.
yeah, our Adriana's. And so I got a story about Adriana. So she was, my mom and her are about the same age. And one time somebody was like trying to get into Joya's late at night, and Adriana was the one that was like, "Hey, get out of there!" and like got him to run, ran him off.
Wow.
And ever since then, I'm just like, I love Adriana.
Yeah, I could see
But
her with the
that's how the
stern
deal is.
Italian,
Oh yeah, she rolled down her window and just screamed at him. And he took off
Good.
running.
with the balls of an Italian woman.
Yeah.
The hill has its
Italian
own
yelling.
security anyway.
What's
There's
that?
like
Oh, yeah.
a guy that rolls around the hill, like
In a golf cart.
in a golf cart. And there's a guy in a,
Like an old
Tahoe.
Caprice or something? Huh.
No, like an old friend of ours.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like a friend of ours.
The stupidest thing you could do is commit a crime on the hill.
My friend moved
yeah.
to the hill and was getting groceries out of his car, and he said he was just like this dude in a tracksuit, like rolled down the back window of a Tahoe.
Yeah.
When he had a gold chain, and he goes, "You live in the neighborhood?" He goes, "Yeah, I live right up there." He goes, "What's the house number?" And he said he's like, 321 Marconi or something. He goes, "Carry on." Rolled his window up.
Get fast.
And he's like, dude, there's rooving security on the hill.
Yeah, it makes me feel safe.
Slow driveway. You
I
hear
was
3, 2,
running
1,
amok when I was a kid on the hill, and before I got back to the deli, my mom knew what I did. Like, yeah, that's how quickly how everybody's watching everybody on the hill. You have to. You have to.
You know, one of my favorite stories surrounding you guys was when you were at Busch Stadium for one game.
Goodness gracious. One game.
You guys know that
three
innings,
three innings
story?
to be
No.
exact.
All right, so and stop me if I'm wrong with the details here. So it was opening day. How long? 3 years ago? 4 years ago?
2018.
I was pregnant with
5
Amy
years ago.
5 years ago.
5 years ago. It was a big deal that Joya's was going to open up was it a stand?
Yeah,
Or
it was. It was a
cart?
stand, but it was being ran by their food service. We were just providing the name and the sandwiches. Yeah.
So opening day, and you guys were swamped.
Oh, it was nuts.
It was crazy.
It was nuts. And then the next day, there was no Joyas at the stadium anymore.
no.
There was no Joyas at the stadium because you guys pulled out. You could not maintain the quality.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. We basically we went in and we trained. We spent about 3 months training their crews, and then we came there and we actually me and Amanda worked the booth to get us through it. And we told them what to prep. And we're like, guys, we're going to see 1,600 sandwiches today easily. It's home opener, and we were at home plate, section 150, and we ran out within the second inning because they only prepped like
And
200
we
sandwiches.
showed up, and not one person that we had trained knew how to pronounce the name of our deli, knew what we were serving, knew how to use a slicer. They wouldn't authorize me a knife, and it was just...
They wouldn't authorize you a knife.
Yeah, like-
authorized?
Yeah,
Would you have to go
it
through
was
like
just like-
samurai training?
Yeah, I had to
It was
bring my
just
own
like,
knife.
and it was just like, oh my gosh, we don't have control right now.
Yeah.
Like this quality is going to be ruined. And I mean, we still say it's either probably the biggest mistake of our lives pulling out, but also there was nothing we could do at the point to maintain our quality. And like where we were at, our quality is our biggest thing. And it's just
Yeah,
like, we
that's
can't
everything.
serve sandwiches to all these people that haven't had them and have this be their first choice.
Right.
Yeah.
I think,
You made the right choice.
If you
It
think that's a
was-
negative,
Yeah.
it is
Good for
not.
you.
You're wrong. Because I looked at it immediately as a positive. I was like, man,
oh, good.
And you guys have
Well,
such
it's probably a
integrity.
financial negative. Let's
Sure.
put it that way.
It's fine.
Yeah, but the integrity is right. Like
Yeah.
completely
That's all
right.
we have.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all we have is our integrity, and it's funny because that story. So we shut it all down in the third because we have a couple of rules. You put hot salami on bread that was baked that day, and then there's a couple other things. You slice it in front of the customer.
Half a pound on each sandwich. There's some standards.
Rafe is saluting as you're talking.
There's some major. We call them our core values of hot salami. There's
This
some
is like
major
watching
standards,
George Patton
so.
give his speech in real time.
Keep going. What are the other rules?
Keep going.
I wanna
The
hear
other
these
rules is it's just like the garnish. The garnish that you put on that sandwich needs to be prepped that day. There's all these things, and then when we showed up, we did a promo the day before for them, and the bread that was used in the promo was the bread they were using that day.
They didn't order new fresh bread, and so it was just like.
And Italian bread, like you give it's only like 18 hours.
Oh, as it
It was
you're on the
kinda
clock.
crazy.
Oh, I'm
we
aware.
actually shut it down, and him and I left because we're like, they're out of hot salami.
And we had 4 kids at that point under the age of
but
6.
we went up and we told them, we're like, we're done. Maybe we'll consider reopening again tomorrow, but this isn't quality standards.
Yeah.
We're not serving anymore. So we shut it down. We go home, and then his mom, who was at the game, we start getting all these negative Instagram tweets, and we're like, what's going on? Like, we shut it down within an hour. We were out, and his mom is standing there taking a picture, and she's like, they opened it back up. They're serving again.
And then my mom goes in there because my mom was a little drunk and she was just having a good old time.
Hell yeah.
Shuts it down.
This is amazing.
We're done here.
This is an amazing story.
Yeah.
Like for
her
two,
and
Kathy just
Her and Adriana
kiboshed
went in
it.
there and flipped the card.
Started serving
They
again?
took the guy
That's
from the
They only
wild.
put 2 slices of meat on each sandwich, which is you just don't
Yeah.
do. And they were charging $16 for the sandwich.
It just
So-
wasn't. It was not going to be a brand enhancer for us.
Yeah.
It was going to be a brand ruiner.
Wait. So you're at home, you're getting the messages, and your mom went in and shut it down again?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, she shut it down.
Go on.
Kathy
Say-
will
say
shut down
more.
about anything. She's terrifying.
Yeah,
So-
Wow, that's awesome. And,
I
and
want to
then what?
hang out
And then
with this
that
woman
was it.
so bad.
we should have brought her.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's cool.
Isn't that cool?
That's super cool.
She ran the deli alone for 40 years and raised 3 boys alone. So you can just imagine.
Yeah, where you at in the lineup?
I'm the third. I'm the youngest.
You the baby?
of
Baby
boys.
boy.
Yeah. My other 2 brothers didn't want anything to do with the business. So I mean, we were making hot salami when we were like 7. So that you either take that 2 ways. You were like, I'm never doing this again, or you're like me and like loved it. So I was the one that loved it.
They're
You're the
all
face.
Awesome, man.
entrepreneurs,
Mama's
though.
boy.
Yeah.
Well, you guys are amazing. We'll always recommend Joyce. You got the Creve
I
Coeur
know, I
location.
Oh, thank you.
Where are the other? You got a Valley Park location now?
Yeah.
Yeah, we just opened it up. It's right at 141 and 44.
Oh, my
it's
gosh.
awesome out there.
Awesome.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's so great.
Yeah, there's
so.
It's great down the street.
What's that?
The one in Creve Coeur is great.
Thank you.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
we love that store.
We
That
love
was like
that
our
shopping
first
center.
big. That was the first time we ever sold a hot salami sandwich outside of the city.
Yep.
And here's the thing, and we talked about this. We're not going to name the place, but we have had this conversation. I've seen places branch out and lose. They
Quality.
lose something because
Yeah.
it's not the same
Oh, I
as like
know.
the original
biggest
location.
fear.
So I think long term, even though the Busch Stadium thing might have felt like a financial hit, I think it was long term.
You gotta follow the rules.
We gotta follow,
Gotta follow the rules.
You follow the rules.
That's
Core
the
values of hot
thing.
salami.
That's right.
The core values of
We
hot
literally
salami.
have them printed
Well-
and hanging up in all of our locations. They're called the
100
core values.
105.
They're
years,
called the
you
core
gotta-
values
you
of
gotta
hot
have-
salami.
Yep.
That's awesome.
It's the best day of my
really
life,
framed.
dude.
It's great.
Well, Alex and Amanda, thank you guys so much for
Yes, thank
bringing
you.
us.
Yeah.
Bringing
Yes.
us lunch.
Red Hot Ripley
Some
too.
sandwiches, summer
What?
sausage, and some hats.
You guys
Tell
are the
Moon.
best.
Yeah,
Yeah.
guys.
He's
So
a riplet
good.
head.
Listen, everybody's going to
Recovering.
Joyous.
Recovering
Everybody's
riplet
going.
head.
Anybody that comes through town, we are recommending Joyous.
You guys
That's
are
right.
fabulous.
Thanks so
We-
much.
we
Thank you
love
guys
your
so
insight.
much.
Great.
Thank you guys.
All right, we got to take a break. All right, Moon, what do you got for us?
Sports, presented by DraftKings at Casino Queen. Think you know football? Bet on it at DraftKings at Casino Queen Sportbook. During the summer, Miami were pursuing Luis Suarez due to his contract in Gremio. It wasn't possible, but it looks like they might be trying to pull him over to Inter Miami to play with Messi, which is wild. I'll put some details up there for you soccer fans up on the blog. The Blues play the Jets here tonight in St. Louis, 7 p.m. start there. Bronny James appears to be closer to officially rejoining number 21 USC after his cardiac arrest earlier this summer. Remember, that was big news, scary stuff. LeBron James provided an update on his eldest son on Monday night following their loss to the Miami Heat, Bronny is set to get a checkup at the end of the month, and if he's cleared, he will start practicing with the intent to play for the Trojans this season. So
Good.
That's a cool comeback. Looking forward to that. 2 minutes into Monday night's game, the contest seemed over. All that was left was to count how many times ESPN commentator Troy Aikman would have some incredulous comment about the Jets' inept offense and how awful they were. Aikman and everybody else had plenty to talk about because they were garbage. The Jets had no margin for error, and they made a big error in the opening minutes of Monday night's game. The Chargers' rookie Davis took a punt 87 yards for a touchdown. Chargers smoked the Jets 27-6. What that does is it leaves a tiebreaker scenario for us. We lost by 3, by the way.
Yeah, we lost the Pick'em Challenge to the Fast Lane by 3 points.
Lost by 3. Ultimate bummer. Our winner with 10 in the room. Scoot Risotto.
Your hero, guys. Your hero comes through for the team.
Tied with 10, but in second place because of tiebreaker, Lern.
Hi. That's how bad it was this week.
No,
In
it's
third place.
pretty good.
10 is pretty good.
With 9. King Scott. Followed shortly behind tying, but with the tiebreaker, me with 9.
Oh, no.
And then Rafe lost by
You couldn't wait to
One-
reach for that gun, dude.
I know.
Reach
Yeah,
for
you
it
did.
while you were giving, before you even
Time.
announced it.
How is it that you guys always make it about me? I'm not the one losing here.
you really did. While you were talking about it, you reached behind the curtain.
You reached behind the
smiled for the
curtain to
first time?
get the weapon.
You do understand why. It's because this thing has so many faults and
I do
always goes
understand
wrong,
why.
and I want to make sure. And
Because you
Ri-
take joy in the...
So
Right.
just so you know, the tiebreaker
Whatever
was
narrative.
King Scott. So you all had 9. So King Scott had plus 85, Moon had plus 83, and Rafe had plus 82.
Yeah.
I have no idea what that means.
So what
either.
happens was, if we start with 100 points, and the tiebreaker, when it says, like, what do you think the score is going to be? Let's say you say it's 20-20. Okay, so 40 points. And the total of that Monday Night Football is 38. Then you end up with a 98 because you only missed by 2 points. 2 total
And they
points on the
subtract
score.
that by...
You see what I'm saying? So I was 20.
So you missed the final score by 18 points.
Yeah. And I missed it by
So you-
17 points.
Okay. So you missed the final score by 48 points? Because you had a plus 52. That's what you guys are telling me.
I don't know what I put
Did
down.
you put the score was going to be like 100 to 90
I don't know.
or
I don't know
something?
what I put down.
He had a plus 52. I don't think that's possible because Lern would have beat him. That's not.
Somebody did.
I don't know. I don't know what the final score I put down. I
guess that's the thing I don't. I mean, it's
Check that
fine.
again.
I'm ready. Just shoot me. I don't give a...
I asked 2 different people, including web guy Joe, and he said yes. That is how it is calculated. I'm curious as to.
Lern has a plus 59.
Oh, okay, then that's
Do you
why.
remember what your final score you put
So
in
you're
was?
off by 41 points.
I think I did I
She
always
was.
do like 7 and 14 or 7 and 21. So it might have been 7 to 21.
Well, that does not calculate into 40 plus points to me. But hey, my ass is ready.
AI.
I'm not here to complain.
Well, we're going to take a break.
Okay.
We're going to take a break. We'll come back because I know you have a comedy show to promote. And your buddy's in the hallway.
Daniel Van Kirk's here. Yeah, he's got a show at Old Rock House tonight. He's going to come
And
in.
you're opening?
Yeah.
So
If I survive.
I want the guy you're opening for to witness you get shot in the ass.
Yeah.
How many times?
This is only my second loss.
Twice.
And honestly, it's really a 3-way tie. But I'll take the L. I'll take it for the boys.
This guy.
Oh, man.
I'm going to take it for the boys.
This guy.
Good salesman.
The cousin bros.
Thank you.
This guy.
Thank you, man.
You ain't taking nothing from me. I didn't lose.
Hey, I barely have any ass left after you know what.
What?
Getting it chewed off?
I missed out on that story.
What happened? Did I miss something?
Yeah,
I
did
think somebody was chewing on Rafe's ass. I think that's what was happening.
Anyway. Anything else, Moon?
Oh no, I'm Moon. That's your sports because doing the bull dance, feeling the flow, working it.
All right, thank you. Minutes left. I'd like to welcome to the studio Mr. Daniel Van Kirk, who's at the Old Rock House tonight, playing a show.
Yeah.
All right, so you get to witness your buddy Rafe here, who's opening for you tonight.
Yeah. He's on the show. He's not even the opener. It's my pleasure to get to have him on. I actually open the show. I go up first.
What a sweetheart.
Yeah.
This man.
I'll go up first, do like 5-7 minutes, and then I'll bring up Rafe. Rafe will bring up my future Andrew, and then Andrew will bring up me. We'll just
As you open
do it
and
like the
close
comedies.
your own show.
Yeah. It's more fun, I think.
Yeah, right?
It's. I mean, I look at it as like a good time, like a party. If I'm hosting it, I should welcome everybody
Sure.
there.
I love your party.
Yeah, thank you. I think it's a good time.
Now, you walk in the studio, what does it smell like? It smells like hot salami, right?
Full of face.
And sandwiches.
Full
Yeah.
of face.
Salami smells like salami face.
It
And
smells like
I
salami
cannot
face in
wait
here.
to partake.
We gave him a salami
Oh,
sandwich.
Yeah. That's joyous. That is
Pre 10 a.m. You want salami
that's
sandwich.
special.
Yeah.
Especially thick cut hot salami.
Thick cut.
Oh
Thick.
my gosh, that was my nickname in high school. Thick cut hot salami.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, so I'm here in town and I can't wait. Rafe helps set this up tonight, and so we're going to do some comedy together. People are going to come out. I love it. Afterwards, we'll probably crush. What are all the pandering things I should say? Emos?
Emos.
Emos.
Then we're going to hang out by the arch.
T-Ravs. Yeah, emos. When you got the kids for the weekend. Emos.
And we're going to eat emos by the arch and drink Budweiser. That's it.
That's all you need.
I love this town. I grew up in Northern Illinois, and I've come down here a lot.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I made mistakes in Soulard, but we don't need to go into
we
it.
all
Who
About
hasn't?
that.
Yeah.
We all.
Mardi Gras 2005. It was a different time. It was a different time.
It was.
It was a different time, guys. Who cares what happened at the Drury Inn?
Well, I went to Mardi Gras last year for the first time because I had said I was never going to go again.
How was it?
We had a good time, right? It was a good time.
I thought it was a blast.
I thought we had a good time. Somebody spilled a hurricane on me one year. I go, this is it. This is the end.
That's the
of this.
baptism of Mardi
This
Gras.
is the end for me. Parking is a bitch. And then somebody spilled a hurricane on me. I go, this is it. I'm done.
Were you in the parade?
No, I was just walking. I was walking in Soulard.
I'm Walking in Soulard. That's a great song.
Walking in Soulard.
That was the demo.
What?
You go, Memphis sounds better.
On my shirt.
Yeah. So we're doing Old Rock House tonight, right?
Old Rock House. We're going to each ride a Clydesdale into the.
Yeah.
We'll just hit all.
venue.
We'll just hit all the stuff.
Yeah, just ride a Clydesdale on the stage.
Old Rock House is awesome. I used to work there, and the basement area. Have you ever played there
No,
before?
this is my first time tonight.
Basement area is real cool. Kind of a vampire lair, like sex dungeon.
Oh,
down
like the
there.
beginning of Blade?
Yes.
Yeah, the
I'm
green
in.
room.
Exactly.
I love the
The
beginning.
green room is very beginning of Blade.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Beginning of Blade. One of the greatest openings to a movie ever.
Selma Hayek's just down there wanting to put her foot in your mouth the whole time. It's
Oh,
going to be
come on.
Oh,
excellent.
excuse me?
Yeah.
If I can offer that in the merch line, we're going to be golden.
Yeah. You're going to sell out tonight.
Daniel Van Kirk will put his foot in your mouth for the right price.
Yeah, probably.
And
Think
you're,
about
it's going to be a good show tonight. You're gearing up for a special.
I am. I'm shooting my special on Saturday in Chicago. Two
awesome,
shows
man.
over at the Lincoln Lodge. They're sold out. I'm doing my hometown of Rochelle, Illinois, the night before.
Shout out to Rochelle, guys.
Yeah, man. The pride of Northern Illinois. So I'll be up there, and we'll do all the fun stuff. I usually get brought up by people saying, you might know his voice from Bob's Burgers. And then I always walk out on stage and go, and it's not one of the people you hoped would walk out here.
Yeah.
We'll do that. We'll do some Wahlberg. I got my start in comedy doing a Wahlberg character. So we'll work out some of that.
Like Mark Wahlberg?
Yeah, dude. We can talk like this all day.
You're kind of doing it now.
We could talk like this all day long, dude.
But Craig Gass taught us all how to do a Mark Wahlberg.
Oh, do your
Oh, he
Mark
did?
Wahlberg, Rizz.
Is everything?
Yeah, you're out of breath. You just did a 5K. Yeah.
It's nice.
You just did a 5K, dude. You probably helped Donnie move
I
again.
got to put it in my mouth.
It's Mark Wahlberg.
You probably helped Donnie move from one garage to the next. He's like the Mike Seaver of people who live
Donnie.
places.
Am I in the movie Fear right now? It's
That's my
excellent.
brother Donnie, and I'm lightheaded right now.
That's not bad, dude. That's not bad at all.
Thank
You got to talk about how you're the lone survivor. And that was the best documentary you've ever been in.
I'm really going to pass out.
That's a lot on your diet.
Like I hyperventilated
Yeah.
right there. That's actually when you want. I know you got a special coming up, but you want to know something that's really special.
Yes.
It's watching your buddy Rafe Williams go up against the wall right there and be shot in the ass.
kinda
Wait,
Always
why?
gonna forget.
What happened?
Okay, we do a pick 'em.
You lose a bet?
We do a pick 'em weekly for
Okay.
NFL games. We're playing against the ESPN guys. We're getting thrashed as a room.
What if you
by
guys did a
them.
pick 'em for the Johnsonville Brats Bags tournament?
I would be 100%. I'd be
What is
undefeated.
that?
so far
Yeah,
this
we just need
I
something
want to do
weekly.
that.
You
Okay.
guys are like, oh, NFL pick 'em, and I'm like,
So you guys-
no, it's cornhole.
You
actually.
guys pick a Sunday afternoon bowler on ESPN2 every week. All right, so you lost.
Hey, the bowling
What's
Hall
the
of
winner?
Fame is here, dude.
Wait, so you lost?
Pander.
Okay, I don't
Yeah,
know.
well,
Where do I go?
each week, it's collective. So I lost week 1, and I made it to week 9, and this is my second loss, so I got to take 2 shots.
So it's picking straight up picks. You got to pick all the NFL games, wins and whoever.
Who
wins.
did you wrong?
Well, I tied. There was a 3-way tie, but I lost on a point system somehow that we can't really explain how it works.
It's the computer.
It's the computer. Basically, the computer.
It's like one of those games you make up when you're a kid.
Yeah.
No, you have to go back.
Yeah,
It's the computer.
exactly.
The computer.
Your Ghost Runner didn't tag up. I mean, how would you know that?
Riz, are you shooting him?
No, Moon's going to shoot him.
Oh, he put down
All right,
the
here we
salami
go.
for that?
Yeah.
Quite the executioner.
Yeah, Moon's very surgical with this gun here.
He's going in her cheeks this
So
year.
it hurt.
Who's been hit before?
Oh, we've all. I got shot 4 times.
Wait, is that why you wore denim on denim?
Is there a wallet?
I mean, I
in
know
there?
it's also your usual
Here we go.
attire.
Oh.
That may have fired too.
There we go. Oh, boy.
Lucky.
Now, if he moves, does he get a third one?
Oh, right in the same spot. You chose the exact same spot for both. That's
Good grouping.
Yeah.
I told you, he's surgical with it.
interesting.
Honestly, it was your right cheek.
Even though I had 2 shots,
Your-
that's an interesting method.
Your right cheek had a little bit of looseness to it. The gene was there.
Yeah.
You know
Oh,
what
I
I'm
was
saying? It's not
sticking
fair.
my right cheek out and flexing it toward you.
Now, do you guys?
The gene had a ripple.
Does that welt up on you?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it hurts.
My ass is
I just
polka
didn't
dot.
want to. I didn't want to scream in front of you.
Used to be no pants. Used to be far worse.
Well, now we got a
But now
female
there's
on
a
the
lady
show.
on the show, so we have to all keep our pants
And I
on.
want to be Me Too'd.
No, I agree with that. Have you guys should at least have to go like
I
like
agree with
light
that.
like dress pants. You should have to go with dress
Yeah,
pants.
yeah.
Get a nice nylon fabric.
Yeah.
It's
So
you want to
really-
shot in the ass? We'll shoot you in the ass during the
Yeah,
break.
you want to try it?
I think I'd cry out loud.
Well, we got to
You
take.
know
We
what?
got to
Fire it up, dude.
It stings.
We got to take one final break. We'll come back. We'll wrap her up.
Okay.
All right. First off, I want to thank a couple people here. First off, thanks to Joyous Deli for bringing in the
Yeah, baby.
sandwiches in. Daniel Van Kirk for hanging out during the commercial
Thanks,
break, and we're chatting about the band Tool and see him and Rafe at the Old Rock House tonight.
DanielVanKirk.com.
And then you got podcasts galore. God,
Yeah, Dumb People Town, the Sklar Brothers and I, St. Louis's own.
St. Louis's
the,
own.
heck yeah.
The pride of Creve Corps. We just do dumb news stories, joke around with great
Are they
comedic
from Creve
guests.
Corps?
Yeah.
I don't know that.
That's
You
awesome.
should stop by sometime.
Tell them we said hello.
I will.
We
I'll talk
haven't
to
had
them
them on the show. in a
Their
long
original
time.
names were Creve and Course.
I didn't know
They
that.
changed it.
But they,
Yeah.
because they got
Incredible.
mixed up too many times, so finally they go, we got to do something else here. And it was just Randy and
The
Jason.
sign should say "Home of the Sklar Brothers."
Yeah, yeah.
I would agree. I would
really
agree.
should.
Twins,
Get-
Basil.
Yeah, get John Hamm out of here. And then Pen Pals with Rory Scovel, who's another great comic. People send us letters about anything going on in their life. We write them back in audio form. It's a great show, the Pen Pals Pod.
Well, next time you roll through town, make sure you come in
100%.
for longer.
100%. I would love to. I would love to.
There is the great Daniel Van Kirk.
8 o'clock tonight.
8 o'clock tonight.
Old Rock House.
Moon Blog and Podcast.
The title today is The Core Values of Hot Salami.
Yes.
Duh.
Yes.
Also, hey, is it, Lern, is it the birthday of Keishi today?
It is. Keishi, let's see, is 56 years old today?
Wow.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Keishi.
1967 is when it started.
Very, very cool. Yeah, check us out on our socials at RIZZ Show. You can see the execution that had to happen today, and then all of our guests and some hot salamis. I'm already down one sandwich. How many have you cleared?
0. I'm going to eat after the show.
I put one in my purse.
Half a bag
I wanna
of
savor it. I don't
red,
want-
I gave
red hot
one
riblets
to
is
this
gone.
man.
I don't want to just, I don't want to, I want to savor it. I want to savor my sandwich.
Yep, check out the blog and the podcast wherever you get podcasts, including YouTube and 1057thepoint.com/blog /Rizz.
All right. Thank you, Moon. We leave you with a selection from our Team Rizz member of the day, brought to you by Hot Shots, hotshotsnet.com/Team Rizz. From Percy, Illinois, David Burns is our Team Rizz member of the day.
Percy.
David wants to hear this song, and here it is. And we will see you tomorrow. Done it next. Bye.
Energy up.
The Rizzuto Show.